Good morning. Hey, Tia. You were the first person. I figured you'd be working. Aren't you supposed to be working right now? Yeah, I think you're supposed to be working right now, aren't you? Sorry about the arm. I bring up chat on my tablet. It's so much easier to see. Are you able to hear me? Because remember the other night, Tia, we had struggles with my sound. So I'm not even sure if you can hear me. I'm just trying to get this brought up. Oh, shoot. I have to turn my volume down there too. Sorry about that. Yeah, I still have morning voice because I haven't been awake all that long yet. But I figured, excuse me, I figured this is a very overdue video. This is Crystal Lake Cabin. It's probably blurry. For some reason, I can't get my, there we go. Oh, come on, focus. Why doesn't it want to focus? But it's the Crystal Lake Cabin. Crystal Lake Cabin, not Cabrin. I'm struggling right now being able to stay focused on any one thing. I wasn't going to do this in a live. I was going to do this as a whip-in chat. Well, Tia, I've tried to record this whip-in chat like 6 times. And it's just not... I figure if I have to keep stopping and recording and stopping and recording, I might as well just do it in a live and be raw and unfiltered, right? There may or may not be swearing in this. I don't know. Depends on the moment. I don't know where this is going to lead. But yeah. I talked to you a little bit about this the other night, and just over the past couple of days, it seems like it's it's always in the back of my head, and I'm always aware of it, but it's been front and center the past couple of days. Yesterday, I reached out to a creator and friend. I don't just consider this person a creator here on YouTube. I consider them a friend. We don't talk often because this particular person, and I'm not going to say their name out of respect for them, but we don't talk often because this particular person is busy. Good morning, Mallory. How are you doing today? As I was saying, this person is quite busy, and they don't have a lot of time to give to, people one-on-one. But I reached out and asked if I could speak with them, and they obliged, and I'm grateful for that. We weren't able to talk real long because, of course, when we both had that free time, it was short amount of free time because I had an orthodontist appointment. So, and had I not called earlier in the day to see if they could get me in sooner, then I would have had a lot more time to speak with them. But we were able to talk for about 45 minutes, which a lot of it was kind of a laying out the if I can only talk, just kind of like laying it out on where I was going with what I needed to speak with them about. And by the time we got to the spot where I was, what I needed to say, I had to go. So if all works well for both of us, we are going to continue talking today. And we have a time set for like around 10 my time. So I figured this is as good a time as ever to try and do this or do this this live. I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Okay. As you both, the two of you that I see typing in chat know, see a total of 5 people, so I have listeners. I have not done a whippet. I haven't done no YouTubing in more than a month. T and I have talked about this a little bit of why. All right, there's a hair somewhere, and every time I brush my arm across to get my drills, it tickles me. I think I got it. But I really haven't even, because I don't want to be that person that talks about, you know, anything depressing or anything that could bring somebody down. But I've had a lot of people on a daily basis that are messaging me. And I don't always respond right away. It's not that I am ignoring them. It's that a lot of times I don't know what to say because of where I'm at right now. Sometimes it takes everything I have in me just to get out of bed or to leave the house. And I'm not normally like this. I said many months ago, and have continued to say, this new normal that we're going through right now, I've been practicing for this since I was in my late 20s, early 30s. Prior to that time, yeah, I loved to go out, hang out with my friends. You couldn't keep me home. It used to drive my mom nuts. When I first moved to California in 2000, I was 28 years old. I was in new territory. So I was intuitive. I was curious. All I wanted to do was run and see all the things, do all the things, make all the friends. I worked a full-time job and was also a student at that time. I was going to school to get, I was a nurse's aide, and I worked at a hospital. And I was going to school to get additional certifications to allow me to have more in-depth employment at that hospital, to where I was able to work in multiple different areas of the hospital and be allowed to do more things than a regular CNA could do, but still not things that a nurse could do. So I would have been like on that in between. So I was going to school full time and working full time. And if I wasn't working or going to school, I was clubbing, or I was going to the beach, or I was, goodness sakes, I filled my pen and now I get wax. I don't know about you, Tia, but I can't barely use my patty wax or my super sticky patty wax in these temperatures. So I just reverted to the pink wax. Every time I try to use that, I get nothing but mess with my wax because it's just, pardon the expression on how I put this, but I swear, as I live and breathe, it is hotter than hell. We're talking literally singeing the hair on the devil's balls. Sorry for the expression. Don't really care if anybody likes it or not, to be honest, because that's what Vegas is right now. Okay? The devil, Oh, please, with all the notifications. The devil's smooth down there right now. He is baby butt smooth because it is hot, which is part of what we will be talking about. But anyhow, back to what I was saying. Couldn't keep me in the house. My mother never had, she was always complaining that I didn't have time for her. Want to know when I was going to stay home. You know, all those things. She just could not keep me in the house or sat still. When I hit about 32, 33, I was like, done. Just done with going out. I mean, I had no problem going to work because, you know, you have to go to work. You got to pay your bills. I enjoyed my job. I loved my job. There was never one of those mornings or afternoons, because I did work multiple shifts, but there was never a time that I knew I had to work that day or night that I was like, oh man, I don't want to go to work. No, I enjoyed my job. But then once I got hurt in 2006, that pretty much, put an end to that. And then you figure, well, my son was born in 2004 and then hurt my back in 2006. So I knew I wasn't going to be going to work. And yeah, I kind of went through a little bit of a depression that I couldn't work because I had goals and things that, wasn't able to be met. But I was okay with, being home. I wanted to be home, and I've wanted to be home ever since. I love my home. I'm comfortable in my home. I have all the things in the world to do to keep me occupied as a crafter. I love to read. I love to watch Netflix, whether it's a TV series or movies. I love to crochet. Why? I did not say Siri, please. So, I don't get bored at home. It's been a new recent thing for me now that when I don't go out unless I have to, which, that's what we're supposed to be doing during these crazy times, right? If it's not a necessity, if you don't have to go out, it's recommended to stay home for your safety, your family's safety, and the safety of others on the streets. That's the problem that I'm having. Knowing that I'm having to stay home for safety reasons, that has now gotten in my head. And I'm struggling with it. In the beginning, when we first started having, wearing masks, before it became a mandatory thing here in Vegas, I seen less, people wearing the masks. Good morning, Diamond Queen. So when I would see it, it kind of, I realized it, but not like I do now. Okay. Now I'm seeing, when I see it, it actually makes me panic. It gives me anxiety because it almost seems apocalyptic. And I usually don't let things get in my head. I usually, or if it gets there, I think about it. I don't dwell on it. I don't gloat on it. It pops in my head. I go through the thinking process, making sure what my thoughts are rational. I accept that, okay, it's a rational thought. move on. It's a legitimate, purposeful thought, and I move on. I can't do that with this. I'm really struggling now. I'm struggling with the fact of now I'm not only staying home because this is where I want to be, but now I'm staying home because I'm like forced to stay at home. I have an autoimmune risk. It's not safe for me to be out any more than absolutely necessary. My son has asthma. So I need him to stay home and be safe. Yes, I go and I do my grocery shopping and I get in, get out. I don't lollygag around. I go to my doctor's appointment. Yes, I follow all of the safety precautions of hand sanitizer. I mean, and I'm not like this normally either. I mean, like I said, I worked in a hospital. I was just talking to my mom, telling her yesterday when I had a mental breakdown that I worked in a hospital. I've worked in nursing homes. I've done home care. I've worked in doctor's offices. I've played with body fluids, not literally by enjoyment playing with them, but I have had my hands in body fluids you don't even want to know about. I've been exposed to, or had myself in a position to, risk exposure to tuberculosis, HIV, AIDS, hepatitis, C. diff, MRSA. The list goes on and on when I worked in a hospital. And I never even thought twice about it. It never came to pass of, oh my gosh, you could contract this and bring it home to your family. My thought was I had a job to do, and I took my job serious. My patients were what was important. They came first. So I never thought one iota about, oh my gosh, you better remember to put a mask on because this patient just came in, and in the medical world, everyone's infected until they've been tested and tested negative. So as soon as somebody comes in, your first thought automatically is this patient is positive. They have all of the things that you don't want to get. Do the blood work, do the swabs, whatever it is, tests come back, they're negative. Okay, we're good. Comes back positive, it's holy shit. Now I have to go and get tested because I have been spending how many days in this patient's room with them. I've been touching them, even if with gloves on, or I've had them, close to me. They've sneezed in this room. They've sneezed beside me. They've coughed beside me. Now they've tested positive for something. You better believe my butt's running down to the lab, and I am having them stick every needle in my body, jamming the swabs up my nose, down my throat. You want to do a skin sample? Shave some skin off me? Here, go ahead. Hair, pull it out. But I never thought about any of those things until I knew the person came back positive. And it didn't matter how many patients came in. It was the same routine for me. I always wore my gloves because, we just did. Masks and the yellow disposable, PPE equipment. That was all kind of by choice. It was, if you felt that you needed to do all that, then do all that. Go that extra mile. For me, it was just all about making sure I had my gloves on. I put my gloves on. I washed my hands, clean hands to put the gloves on, took the gloves off, washed my hands, clean hands to walk out the room. And, that was that. If I was in a hospital, in a room with a patient where a doctor was performing some kind of, a minor little surgery, yeah, I put a glove on. I had gloves on, of course, because I was assisting, but I might put a mask on if it was something that warranted a mask. If I was in a sterile field, good morning, Rachel, how you doing? Follow the precautions of all of everything that required a sterile field. If I broke that sterile field, it put patient at risk and it pissed the doctor off because now we had to start all over again. But anyway, the point to that part is now that's all changed for me. Well, Rachel, I'm kind of having a breakdown right at the moment. Yeah. I think we're all reaching this point. So now I'm scared half to death of everything. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to live in fear. But at the same time, living in fear is better than I'm not, I don't want to say living in fear is a good thing to do. No. But I look at for me, being over cautious is better than being under cautious. I'm trying to think of my son and my husband, as well as myself. But at the same time, it's exhausting. I mean, it's just exhausting. I have to prep. I mean, it takes hours for me to talk myself into going to the grocery store. I mean, literally hours. Just knowing, okay, last night I started. I was like, I have to go out today and I have to be around people. Yesterday afternoon was really bad because I knew I had to go and sit in a dentist chair without my mask on, having somebody down in my face, hands in my mouth. There's people on either side of me. Yes, they have them 6 foot apart, but there's people with their mouths hanging wide open with 2 other techs with hands in their mouths. We are now that 3-hour time that they say, the virus, dies off in that 3-hour span. No, our mouths are all open at the same time. And every time I leave the dentist, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have 14 days where I could show up with some kind of a symptom. Now, between tomorrow or yesterday and 14 days from yesterday, I risk I could come up with a symptom. Or I could not have any symptom at all. And one of my family members, husband or son, could start showing signs, which means I would be asymptomatic and I could have given something to them. It's going to be 113 here today, Mallory. Yeah. I looked at my car. I'm going to post this on Facebook later. I forgot to. It was my car registered 117 Monday, just a little after 3. Yeah, I wasn't happy. So, and that's another thing. I don't want to go out because it's so hot. I'm going to go outside. I know I'm going to go out and I'm going to self-combust because me and heat, we're not friends. This heat's also causing, between the heat and my mental state right now, I have created a flare-up with my fibro. So now I'm hot. I am mentally unstable, and I am having a flare-up. So the person that I reached out to yesterday, she or he, it's up to you on how you want to take it. I'm not going to say if it was a male or a female, but I know this person. First off, she won't or he won't judge me. They will understand. And everyone in this chat right now that is typing, I feel I feel like we're friends. I mean, this community is a family. Some are closer than others. We all experience the same things, maybe at different times of our lives, but at some point in time, we all have experienced 1 or 2 of the same similar things. But as a community in a whole, I have a lot of friends. There's very few people that I feel comfortable talking to. Because I don't have friends in the real world out here. Other than Tia. Tia, do not take that as that's not what I meant. I mean, like in an inner circle, friends, we hang out, we talk on the phone every day, we get together and do things. Now, I don't have that. I've been here over 13 years, and I can literally tell you that I have contact with about 3 people, and that's only through conversation, and it's an occasional conversation. So when you just have your husband and your son and they're both, being men, they don't understand. Because my husband yesterday, I told him, what was going on, and he just looking at me. He looked at me like there was something wrong with me, which made that even worse because I already know there's something wrong upstairs. But to have him look at me like, because he doesn't understand mental health issues. He does not understand stress or anxiety. He understands stress because, he has a job that's stressful. And his stress is making sure that he keeps that job and can provide for his family. But he doesn't understand stress outside of that. He doesn't understand anxiety. He doesn't understand depression. He doesn't understand insomnia. Oh my God, he has no clue what insomnia is. To him, that word doesn't even exist because he's never had it. I mean, ever. And I am putting this out here right now. I'm using this as an example of what he doesn't understand. This is not something that is in my head. So please, at the end of this video, do not blow my messenger up. For the people that are just not typing, because I know the ones that are typing won't blow my messenger up. But the ones that are sitting there listening, please do not blow my messenger up or my email or comment below sending me 1-800-suicide hotline phone numbers. I am not thinking suicide. I am stating that for my husband, when he hears about people that talk about committing suicide or that have attempted, no, he does not understand any of that because his family was a very stable, very well nourished, well stabilized family. So all mental health issues and such is foreign to him. He doesn't understand them. He does not really know how to be supportive to them because he's like, what? So when I told him, what I did yesterday, which I will let you know here in a minute, he was like, why? What's the matter? What now? That's just, because I go every 6 months or so, I will have one of these moments where I just need, because I let everything build up. It builds up and builds up and builds up. And then when it comes undone, then it is the floodgates open, not necessarily through tears, but through just emotions, whether it's I may cry. Generally for me, when I cry, it means get the hell away from me and feet don't fail you now, because the faster you're gone, the safer you will be. I am not one that does a lot of crying to being sad. Those feelings I try to suppress. But it's whether I'm cranky, whether I might shed tears depending on the situation. It may be just pure outbursts of anger, yelling, screaming, stomping, throwing things. A few months ago, my husband did something and I took my glasses off because I was angry. And I don't know what it is about that. When I'm angry, I don't need to see anything because I'm seeing red anyway. So I took my glasses off. I'm just catching up here real quick. I don't know if anybody said anything that implied to me. Okay. But I took my glasses off and I was holding him in my hands. Now, mind you, this was the only pair of glasses I had that I could see out of. And he said something to me. I broke my glasses right in half, and I'm like, oh, hell no. Because my the doctor's office, or eye doctor hadn't opened yet. They were still closed for the shutdown. So now I had no eyes that could see clearly. I felt like that song, I can see it clearly now that the rain is gone, because, in the song It's Raining, yeah, I couldn't see clearly. It was a hot mess. So anyhow, yesterday he was like, why? What's wrong with you now? That is not the thing to tell somebody or say to somebody when they say, I need to talk to you and I need you to listen. Yeah, that didn't bode well with me. Need a sip. Coffee. That's my life now. It's coffee or iced tea 24/7, which may very well be why I can't sleep at night. So anyhow, I keep going astray. We know I am very bad at staying on topic. Anybody who sticks with me on this, thank you. I appreciate it. You are stronger than I am, because if somebody was like me, I would have been gone when I said good morning. So I'm struggling with good morning, Susan. Let me try and read what she said here. I'm so far away from my screen. Well, and say, and I'm sorry that you're in the situation, Susan. I know kind of where you're at with that. Like you said, we're experiencing some things that are the same and some that are different. You're alone and don't want to be right now. I'm not alone and I want to be. I mean, I want to be. The other night I laid in bed and had to talk myself off the ledge of not grabbing a suitcase, packing some stuff, grabbing my keys and my purse, and leaving in the middle of the night. Just leaving. And I love my husband and my son more than the air that I breathe. But I was literally Monday night ready to pack my bags and just leave. Don't care where I went, how long it took me to get there, and how long I was going to be if I even came back. That's not me. I don't think like that. I love being alone. I love my alone time. I love caring for my family as well. But at 9:00 at night when my husband goes to bed, that's one less person that is talking to me when I'm trying to watch a video, or talking to me while I'm trying to watch a movie. And it's not that I don't want to talk to him, but it's usually, I'm usually right in the middle of watching something or listening to Rachel Ray or Mrs. Coffee or Tia's live the other night. I'd tell Tia, sorry, I had to leave, was late coming to your live and had to leave early because I'm sitting here with my AirPods in, I'm watching, I'm conversating, and he's talking to me. And I turn around and I'm like, sometimes I'm not sure if he's talking to me or not. Sometimes, he talks to himself and answers himself a lot, but he also watches games. So he's always yelling at the TV about something, or, yelling at he's looking on his phone, looking at scores, and he's yelling about that. So a lot of times I'll ask him what, and he'll like, I'm not talking to you. Don't worry about it. Go back to what you're doing. Okay, fine. So I'm kind of learning that I don't even ask him anymore. I just let him, you know what? Go be the best you can be over there. Just can do it just a little quieter. But no, he kept talking and talking and talking. And it was like, you could tell it was like he was having a conversation. But he was having it with himself. And then all of a sudden, I'm aware of the fact that he's talking to me. And I turned around and I'm like, what? And of course, it wasn't even anything important. It was about the game that he was watching. He had to go through this whole drawn out thing of and rewind the TV because we have direct TV and we have the DVR so we can rewind it. He has to rewind it and he has to give me a play by play of what happened and show me what happened and then complain about it happening and carrying on. And I'm like, do you see these things in my ears? That means I'm listening. And I pointed to the screen. I'm like, I'm listening to this, not listening to you. Because when I don't have if I'm not watching something on YouTube or Netflix or having a conversation with somebody in a video messenger or a phone call, my son and my husband won't say 2 words to me. My son's off playing Xbox or streaming his YouTube. My husband's sitting here watching a game or sleeping. But the moment I put in my AirPods, start to listen to something or watch something, all of a sudden they want to have a conversation with me or they want something or need something or so that there intensifies my anxiety at that point. It's just like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. You don't want me when I'm not busy. Don't want me when I am. So yeah, I was just ready to say and check into a hotel room, or I have this big thing that Tia and I live about 40 minutes, is it, Tia, from Mount Charleston? And that Mount Charleston is like, probably 30 degrees cooler than Vegas is. Maybe even cooler than that. I know the nights are cooler, but I have this insatiable desire to get a cabin up in Mount Charleston for like a long weekend, even a short weekend. I want to do it towards the fall or winter months because I want it to be cold. Part of me wants to just see the change in the season, the leaves change, you get the nice fall scents. The other part of me wants to see snow and be cold to where I don't even want to go out of the cabin. I just want to find a comfy spot and sit in front of a window and diamond paint or crochet and watch my Netflix, watch my YouTube channels, just make a hot pot of soup or chili and cornbread or meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and those comfort foods that you like to eat during those winter months that make you feel good and warm you up from the inside out. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Right now, we cannot do those things. I've been to Big Bear, Mallory. When I used to live in Northern California, and I've been up to Big Bear. It's beautiful. But that's what I kind of think that's what I need. First off, and yes, this is my fault, not complaining. Yet I might come off that I'm complaining. But I have been a mother for 32 years. And I'm 48 years old. Do the math, don't judge. I have been a wife or a girlfriend pretty much since. So these were choices that I made, but I have not really had time just to be me. And, for any lengthy amount of time. And though I wouldn't trade my family for anything in the world, I love my 4 children to death. I love my husband to death. I love my grandchildren to death, which I don't see very often anyway, because Ohio and Georgia is where they live. If I had a chance to do things all over again and go back 32 years, well, it'll be 32 years on the 7th of September. 7th of September, my oldest child will be 32. If I had a chance to do it all over again and start fresh, going back to being a teenager, I definitely would have done some things differently. Not saying I wouldn't still had children, but I definitely would have been smart and waited. Not quite sure I'd have 4 children, but I think I would have given myself a whole lot more time to find me and enjoy me. And that's where this COVID thing now, this is coming in, is I do things on my terms. And that's, in a lot of cases, that's why I've had some of the, or made some of the mistakes that I've made, or the choices that I made may not be a mistake, but could have been well thought, could have been thought out a different way and maybe gone a different path. But I'm a Gemini. So anybody who knows Geminis, I am the true definition of a Gemini. You look in the dictionary and there's a picture of me there. We're quick to react. We get bored easily. We're literally like flipping the light switch on and off on how we can change. And I am the epitome of a Gemini. So though I like to be around people, I don't like to be around people. I like to be around small crowds, like very small, intimate type crowds where it's just a couple people, a couple girls going and having coffee or having lunch or going for a walk in the park or not even leaving the house. And, Rachel, I listened to your video that you did the other day. I think it was. Or it may have been, I watched it the other day, but it was an older video about having you and maybe you and one other friend, or you and a friend, a couple friends, but just had a nice like movie night. You guys watched movies. I mean, you guys had ordered out, you had gotten carry out, and you sat and watched movies and had your, ate and drank wine. And that is life for me. That is life for me. Small, intimate, quiet, relaxing. It could be crafting. It could just be watching movies. It could just be sitting and reading a book. And after reading a chapter or two of the book, then looking at one another and discuss the chapter. It could be, I don't know, just like I said, taking a walk in the park, having both of us with our AirPods in and just walking, because you're not walking totally alone. You're both there. And if you have something to say to one another, then you say it and then you go back on to walking. That's me. Now, my husband, this is why we do get along so well, because he is the same way. The only thing is he has no interest in anything other than sports. So though I like sports, I don't live my life to sports. So we don't have a lot to talk about outside of sports or, daily life things, what my son did, how he did at work. Oh, yes, this bill needs to be paid. That bill needs to be paid. We might need to do this to the house, that. But outside of that, I show my diamond paintings. He likes them. And I know, and I'm not even diamond painting. This happens every time I do a video or live. I cannot do 2 things at one time. So I never get anything done. But that wasn't the point of this video. It wasn't for me to diamond paint. It was for me to talk to my subscribers and explain to you why I have been gone for a month and a half. Why, when you message me on Messenger, I don't respond right away. I've kind of distanced myself from everybody. I have one person that I talk to every single solitary day because I have to. And this person might be in here listening right now because she will never type in comments. And that person would be my mother. Then again, she might watch it on the replay. So, hi, Mom. Love you. I will call you later. Why do I have to talk to my mom every day? Well, my mother lives in Ohio. I haven't been home since 2016. My mom misses me. I may be the oldest of two because there's just me and my brother, but I have been the prodigal child. Between me and my brother, I've been the prodigal child. We have had, there's been points and times in me and my mother's life, our relationship, where, hey, Jeremy, how you doing? Hey, drive safe. Pay attention to that road. Glad you could come in on your way to work. But me and my mother, I don't know. I guess we could say we have the typical mother-daughter relationship. We are so much alike, so that's sometimes a bad thing. But we have been as close as sisters that sometimes we've forgotten that we've been mother and daughter, to literally not speaking to each other at all for months. A conversation could take place, and that conversation ended poorly. And one of us hung up on one or the other, or one of us just pissed the other one off so much that we were just like, yeah, we just can't talk to each other for a while. So, but even though I am the oldest, I am her baby. I am her only daughter, and I am her baby. She's been the person that I could always count on. I may hear she might give me all kinds of hell about maybe if it's borrowing money or her having to help me get myself out of some kind of a financial situation, or, oh, I have to come back home for whatever reason. When those were the younger days there. But she's always been there for me. Now, in saying that she's been there for me, it means that I'm going to have to listen to it. And, it's kind of like if you're asking somebody for help, then they're entitled to giving you their opinion, even if you don't ask for it or want it. Yeah, that's me and my mom. But like I said, I haven't been home since 2016. My mother doesn't have much family left at home. My stepfather died in 2010. My uncle died. It would have been, my mother is the oldest of three. So it was her oldest brother, which is 3 years younger than he would have been 3 years younger than she is. He died in 2012. My grandmother died in 2015. The only family that she has is her younger brother, her baby brother, and that's all he has. He has her and my mom. He has her, and that's it. And my brother a little bit. My brother's really off the deep end right now with decisions and choices he's making. He's making very bad choices and decisions at a late age. And I'm sorry I'm not reading, but if I do, I'll get off topic, and it'll get me all over the place. So just bear with me, please. When I moved out here from Ohio, my husband promised my mother that he would have me home every summer to visit. My mom, I came out here in 2007. My mom came out here to visit me in 2008. I did not go home for my first trip home until 2010. Yeah, it was spring of 2010. And I became fearful of going home. I know y'all are going to say this is in my head. And it is in my head, but it's something that's in my head that I can't get out of my head. Because I went home in April. No, sorry. I went home in May. Excuse me. I went home in May to visit. I was home for 6 weeks. I come back here to Vegas. It was like the 28th or 29th of July, because my mother's birthday is the 26th, 26th of June, or 27th of June, excuse me. So if I come home at any point in time that's even near her birthday, I make sure that I stay for her birthday. So I usually would leave like the day or two after her birthday. I went home. I came back here. On the 4th of July, I'm calling my mom to wish her a happy 4th of July. I knew they were going to go over to my grandma's to have a barbecue, hang out, spend time together. And I'm calling and calling and calling, and no one's answering the phone. And the machine keeps picking up. I hang up. Call this because I thought, well, can you hear me now? Because I've just talked for I don't know how long and found out my mic was muted. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Am I still good or am I over? You can hear me? Okay. Good gravy. Really? The point was I was out with this because I don't know what the last thing you heard, but I kept calling my mom and my dad, or my mom's house and my grandmother's house. No one's answering the phone. I start panicking. My panic was warranted. I just didn't know who it was. On the 4th of July, my stepdad died. When I was calling, no one was answering the phone. It was because my mom was on the phone talking to my grandmother while the paramedics were working on trying to revive my stepfather. So when I left at the end of June of 2010, I had no idea that was, when I said gave him a hug and kiss goodbye, I had no idea that was the last time that I was ever going to see him. And I kind of felt like that was me coming home. It was like he waited for me to come home. Because, I mean, he got diagnosed with COPD in 2005. It was COPD and emphysema. And I moved in with them to help take care of him and all that. And then we decided to move to Ohio. You've heard me the whole time. Well, I'm glad that you're safely at work. And if you're interested in hearing the rest of my nonsense, catch it on the replay. If you don't, I understand, because like I said, I don't want to hear what I'm saying either. I just have to get this off my chest. I felt like he stayed alive for me to come home. So I kind of felt like I seen him. I said goodbye, not realizing it was goodbye. It wasn't see you next time or so long. It was goodbye without even realizing it. So I won't go, after that, I didn't want to go home anymore because I was so afraid that I'd go home and somebody else would die. Well, my mother, and it took me a while. It took me a while to be able to come back home because I was not ready to stay in that house. I had never been there without him being there. So I finally talked myself into going back home in 2012. And I always had to go home in the summer because my son in school and such. So I went home in June of 2012 after my son got out of school. I stayed home for a little over a month with my family, with my mom. My grandmother was still with us. My dad was there still. I come back after my little over a month. I get a phone call that my uncle had an aneurysm while he was on a work trip and they found him in his hotel room. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. 2010, I go home, my stepdad dies. 2012, I waited 2 years to come home. 2012, my uncle dies. I went home in 2013. Was it 2013? No, 2014. Excuse me. Went home in 2014. I'm thinking here. I might still be wrong on that. Yeah, I think it was 2014. It was either 2013 or 2014. But I go home. Got to see my grandmother for the last time because she died in January of 2015. I didn't go home again until 2017. Or no, I went home 2016, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember my dates. Went home in 2016. That was the first time I had been home after my grandmother had passed away. So needless to say, that was rough. Oh, that was horrible. But went home for my birthday because my birthday's in June. Thanks for stopping in, Rachel. Sorry it wasn't anything fun to listen to. I'm sorry for all of you. I'm probably not even going to keep this video up. But stay safe, Rachel. Have a great day or night in your case. For my birthday. Because I would always try to go home around my birthday time so I could celebrate it with my family. In November of 2016, my dad found out. Well, my dad got sick. He didn't find anything out until February. But in February, he found out that he had stage 4 cancer. He died in June. And it's just like, oh my God, I don't even want to go home 90% of the time anymore. Because I'm afraid somebody's going to die. And that's one of my biggest fears with my mom. My mom takes, and that's why I said the reason I have to talk to her every day is because my mom is afraid she's going to eventually forget who I am because she's getting up there in years. My mom takes medication to slow down any chance of progression of dementia or Alzheimer's. So she's afraid she's going to forget who I am. So I have to talk to my mother every single solitary day so she can keep my voice like she's recording my voice in her mind so she doesn't forget me. Sometimes that is hard to talk to my mom. Not because it's my mom, but there's constantly something going on. I'm constantly battling with my son, or, with school, especially now that we're back into, you know, remote school. And for my son, remote school is easy. He's in charter school. That's what he had last year, his first year of charter school. He went to school 1 day a week for 4 hours. He would give it, they'd go over his assignments and stuff with the class, let them know what they had to do, if there was trying to give examples or whatever. But then he'd come home, and then the rest of his time was done online. So he's a pro at this. I wouldn't necessarily say a pro, but he knows what he's doing. He doesn't need me to I don't even have to help him with his work. If he needs help, he'll reach out to a teacher first, because he's probably figuring it's something that mom won't know how to do, and he's probably right. But it's just getting him to sit down and do it and not rush. He wants to rush through it so he can play Xbox or PlayStation or something like that. And I'm like, no, you got to focus on all your schoolwork, take your time, do it right the first time. Then when it's all done, then your chores are done, then you can do your thing. Well, yeah, he wants to battle me with that all day, every day. Or I was babysitting. That's another thing that has been rough, is I was babysitting a 2-year-old who is like having, the 2-year-old is like having 12 2-year-olds all in the room, upset because mom left and left him alone with a stranger. That's how he equals to one of them, or one of those equals to 12. He is just, he's rough. And then I'm watching his 11-year-old brother, who is now doing charter school remote learning for the first time. And he doesn't want to do anything that he's supposed to do. He's got an attitude against the world. Something happened in his life, don't know what it is, didn't get his own way one time, and man, now that attitude has carried with him, and it multiplies as he gets older. It's worse and worse. He does not like me because I don't put up with his crap. His mom lets him get away with things just to keep him quiet and happy. No, I'm not about that. There's rules, there's structure. You don't make the rules, you follow the rules. When you turn 18 and you move out, then you can create your own rules. Until then, you follow the rules that are laid in front of you. You are an 11-year-old child. You aren't experienced or well-versed enough to make your own rules. That's just how that goes. I don't put up with his crap. She knows I don't put up with his crap. I've been kind of given a very broad range of discipline that I am allowed to do. I don't hit him. Not allowed to hit him. Wouldn't hit him anyway. I don't even hit my own kid. But I will take things away from him. I will ground him. I will have him sit and stare at a wall and tell him he's not even allowed to create images in his mind of what's on the wall. Do not say you can see a cloud, because you're not allowed to think, look, speak, or talk right now. You want to mouth off and be disrespectful to me? You want to mistreat your little brother? Yeah, you can sit there for a while. And when I ground him from something, it's not just for the time that I'm there. His mother, his mother's boyfriend makes sure that is a full grounding. If I say it's a week, it's a week. I have had as much raising of this child as his mother has over the past 5 years. The thing is, his mom always buckles and bends because he knows how to drive her insane, like most parents do. And she'll just like, all right, fine, Lorenzo, go do it. If it'll shut you up, just go. I just need you to go away. Just go. So then he wins. And he does this because he knows he will win. He knows that she will give in just to shut him up. So now he's made it, by her doing so, she has created the monster that he is, allowing him to get away with things and him not learning lessons and consequences and responsibilities. And, so this is what I deal with on a daily basis. So now I get told, Tia, who puts almost 11,000 steps on a Fitbit in 3 hours time, just walking from a bedroom to a dining room, a bedroom to a dining room, a bedroom to a dining room. Continuing that. This chick did. This chick put almost 11,000 steps on her Fitbit a week ago this past Monday, because I had my son in the dining room doing his homework, because yeah, my son and the boy, the 11-year-old that I babysit, yeah, they don't like each other at all, because my son does not like the way that he disrespects me or mouths off to me. And the boy doesn't like my son because my son is more quiet and timid and, has his own thing. And Lorenzo, he's 11-year-old gangster. I mean, he is full on. He thinks gangster life and thug life is the way to go. It's the best thing ever. He has all the plans in the world that he's going to grow up and he is going to be the biggest thug out there. And he thinks that's cool life. Why? Because his father was like that. His father spent time in prison. His father is a felon. And his father has made being in prison very glorified. Like it was a cool thing to do. It wasn't a bad place to be. He had fun while he was there. So now he's instilled this in this child who wants to grow up to be just like his father. We're trying to do everything possible to knock that out of the ballpark and not happen. The mother might mean well. She doesn't want her son to hate her father, or his father, excuse me, with her. I'm used to talking about the girls and their father. She doesn't want him to hate his father. She wants him to love his father. And she doesn't want to be the one to say bad things about his father to him. She wants him to be able to see who his father is for himself as he gets older. But the thing is, he thinks that there is nothing cooler in the world than his dad, no matter what he does. So, and I've told her, you need to stop the visitations. He needs to stop spending the summer with his dad. She's like, but it's his dad. I don't care if it was God himself who came down and was saying all these things. He is not a good role model. He does not set good examples or values or structures. You have got to think about his future. He might be mad at you now. He might be mad at you forever. But you know what? If it means that he becomes a very productive human being in society, then you did your job. And if he wants to not like you for it, oh well. He'll be the one that suffers the consequences. Because at the rate things are going, nobody's going to be seeing him because without being behind bars. So I deal with that. I deal with trying to help my son, starting that first week of school, going over everything, making sure everything was done, trying to get him back on track of not being in school since, May, because we shut down in March, but he continued his schooling just as he would. Charter school didn't pull that, oh, in March you're done, you don't have to do anything. Okay, yeah, that's your final grade. No. He still finished his quarter of school and his semester of school, and everything he did was still counted for as a grade. Everything got graded. So trying to get him back on track from no school from May 20th until August 10th, I needed to pay attention to what he was doing. And then had to get this one, the 11-year-old, just, it wouldn't have mattered if his last day of school would have been August 1st. I still would have fought trying to get him to go back to doing it on August 10th. He don't want to read and follow the directions. He wants to argue with me, telling me he doesn't know what he's doing, even though I know that he does, because I've been working with this kid for off and on for 5 years. I know what he's capable of, and I know what he's willing to do, and they're two opposite things. So yeah, in 3 hours, I put almost 11,000, or it was like 10. I actually have it on my arm and I have it on my phone. Let me see. That way I'm being honest, and people will be able to see that what I did. Yes, I can show you. So everybody believes me, because somebody's going to say, nobody can do that unless they're going for a jog. Yes, they can. And it'll even have the date on it. I think that's the one. Oh, I did misspeak. I apologize. I put those, that on Monday the 10th, it was 7,553. See? That was on Monday. It was the next day, 9,134 steps. Now, I only wore this during the time that I was there, because I wanted to see after Monday how many times I was back and forth. Okay. So I only wore it on while I was there. That's ridiculous. And their apartment, it's only 1,078 square foot. So it's small. It's not like I'm having to walk that far. Well, now I'm not babysitting right now, because the boyfriend quit his job. That's a whole nother story. That is really not my business to talk about, so I won't. But until he gets back to work, which he better do it soon, because she's about to lose her mind, I'm not babysitting again. Now, this is frustrating to me, because that was me making myself go out. I may not have been out, but I was out of my house into somebody else's, but I was watching the kids. I was helping her out. I was making some money. Wasn't a lot of money, because trust me, I get $40 a day. It don't matter how many hours I watch him. It's $40 a day, because she can't afford to pay more than that. And I am trying to help out a struggling young mom, because I remember those days of being a struggling young mom, trying to figure out how I was going to work and put food on the table and pay a babysitter and keep the roof over the heads. So I try. Yeah, but they might talk about it. We don't know. She might eventually. I think Lorenzo has my YouTube channel, so I wouldn't want him to. But then again, like I said, I'm probably not going to keep this up anyway. It's probably going to come down. But I got a text message from her. All right, on Monday I babysat. Okay. I get there. You can hold this thought for 1 second. Somebody's at my door. So can you give me just a second to see if this is a bogus door? Sometimes my doorbell just rings randomly. Hold on just a second. Tia's in there. Mallory's in there.
Hello, everybody.
Sit there for a minute.
How's everybody doing?
What's up? All right, sorry about that. Yep, I have my doorbell will randomly ring, or the door If there's a breeze, my door will rattle sometimes. Tia said hi. She asked what you're up to today. He's supposed to be doing his schoolwork. Are you doing your schoolwork? You better be. Okay, so like I said, I get there Monday. I'm supposed to babysit. The boyfriend decides he's not going to go to sleep because I babysit so he can sleep. That's what it is. He works nights, and having a 2-year-old running around the house, he can't sleep. You know, he can't just go to sleep and let the 2-year-old run around. So I babysit so he can get some sleep when he gets off work at 7:30 in the morning. Well, and I usually only stay about 6 hours or so because, you know, I have to get home for my husband to make dinner and all that. So I get there around 9 or 10, and then I stay till usually like 3 or 4. 6 or 7 hours of sleep should be sufficient amount of time. Plus, he can always, the baby lays down. Like if I leave at 3, I'll put usually the 2-year-old's down for a nap about that time. So when the 2-year-old lays down to take his nap, then I will go and say, hey, DJ's sleeping. He just fell asleep. I'll have Lorenzo keep his door open, listen for him, and I'll open your door. And then if he wakes up, he can just come in, climb in bed with you. Or if he wakes up, Lorenzo can come and, you know, can keep an eye on him or come and get you. That allows him to sleep a little longer. Well, I get there and he tells me he's not going to go to sleep that day, but he's still going to have me babysit so I can not babysit. I really didn't babysit. I just watched, I took, you know, make sure Lorenzo got his schoolwork done, did all that stuff. Okay, I'll talk to you later on, Mallory. Thanks for stopping in and listening to me ramble. So now I know, okay, as soon as we're done with all the schoolwork and stuff, I'm heading out. You know, he's got his buddies that they made a man cave in the garage. They're sitting in there playing video games and all that. And I'm like, you're not going to pay me for babysitting, you know, because you're awake. I'm not going to babysit. When schoolwork's done, I'm out. So I went ahead and left. He was supposed to go to work Monday night. And I was supposed to babysit Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I get a text message from Mama the other night, Monday night. And she's telling me, you know, different things that I needed to do. There was going to be some tests, assessment tests that Lorenzo, the 11-year-old, was going to need to do. And they couldn't figure out how to bring up the books for him to read. You know, they were downloads, and the downloads were going to different files. And I told her, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. And that was, you know, I got these messages from her. Well, she first messaged me and told me that she just bought a car a month ago, and she had to go to CarMax to get the title, or to get the plates, because she bought the plates through them or something. Her plates expire on the 24th. This was the 16th at this point. So she's telling me about that. Then she sends me a message at 5:30 telling me about the reading assessment that was going to need to be done. And we, you know, sent me the name of the author and the book in case we couldn't find it. Maybe we could find it through the library. That was at 5 minutes till 9. At 5 minutes till 9, we're good. I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I took something to help me go to sleep because I was just exhausted from the day. And I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I wake up, I had my alarm set for 5:30. So I could get up and take care of some housework before I left and get myself woke up, get my coffee in me, you know, all those things. I wake up and I look at my phone. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, get my coffee, grab my phone, and I look over my messages, my emails. I look for my certain YouTubers' videos to watch. See if there's anything, if they've put anything up yet. And then I get myself woke up and start my day. But I wake up here at 10:30. She sent me a message that Devin gets on my nerves. He wants to quit because I don't let him sleep. Because when she got off work, she came home, she was going to grab the kids, and she was going to go take care of the plates. Well, when she got home, the baby was asleep. I don't know about you, but I am that mom that if a kid is sleeping, I'm not waking them up. They're going to sleep. She didn't have all the time in the world. The DMV was closing at 5:00. It was 4:00 when she got off work. So she didn't get home till about 5:15. Or 4:15, excuse me. So she didn't have time to waste. So when she seen the baby was sleeping, I'm letting him sleep. Dad's sleeping. I'm going to take off. I'm going to take care of this. And then I'll come back. She comes home to Devin being awake and the baby's awake. And Devin is pissed because DJ woke up and woke him up and wouldn't let him sleep. And she was selfish for not letting him sleep. And I'm like, what? While I was there, he could have slept. I left early because he decided he wasn't going to sleep. I wasn't going to stay there all day long and watch the kid for him to sit out there partying with his friends playing video games. That's, not when I have things here at home to do. Chances are he wasn't going to want to pay me for that time because he was there and awake. So I'm like, and that's why, we talked about. But she said, and he also is wanting to quit this job anyway and get a better job. But so she said, he wants to quit because I don't let him sleep. I am so over it. I hope the Office Depot thing hires him. She said, then he can't complain of being tired. He'll work days. So then at least I'll be babysitting and I won't even have to keep the kid quiet so he can sleep, because that's rough to keep a 2-year-old quiet. We all know this. She said, yep, and he just quit. There was just like, I don't know, 4 minutes. 4 minutes after she sent the one where he's threatening to quit, she messaged me and said, yep, he just quit, and I'm stuck with a $160 internet bill, which he had increased without even telling her. She went from a $49 internet bill to a $160 internet bill that he said he was going to pay. Now he quit his job. She just went out and bought a new vehicle. Wasn't brand new, but it was new to her. But it raised her monthly payment $90 more than she was paying on the other vehicle. She did that because he was working and she needed a larger vehicle. So now she's got a $90 more a month payment on top of what she was already paying, and a $120 increase on her internet. And she still has to pay me for babysitting last week and then on Monday, because he doesn't have a job. She said, glad I picked up the overtime. I mind you, this poor chick works 4 or 5 days a week, 13-hour shifts. She goes in at 8:00 in the morning and works until 9:30 at night. 9:30 at night. She's exhausted. So she said that he said, you don't have to come tomorrow. He drives me crazy enough the wall. And this is where I chimed in and said, I was there yesterday. Why didn't he sleep then? Because I got this the next morning. This was Tuesday morning. I'm responding. I said, this is absolutely ridiculous. And she said, oh, I'm pissed. Trust me, big time. She said, I just hope the Office Depot he gets, because this is bullshit. I have to pay you with money I don't have because he should have paid you, but he never wants to work. Now he quit, and that stupid internet bill I'm stuck with. She goes, trust me, if he does not get back to work soon, I'm going back to CenturyLink, which we all know if you live out here in Vegas, CenturyLink sucks. So does Cox. But so this was just bantering back and forth, me and her. She's apologizing to me for something that he did. She's stressed out. Now I'm stressed out because guess what? This chick, like an idiot that she is, meaning me, I increased my internet too because that's another reason why I haven't been on. Cox had us on this data plan. We get 1 terabyte. Well, it's now 1.25 terabytes, I guess, of internet for $96 a month. If you go over that, they charge you get 50 gigabytes for $10 each time you go over. So I go over, they give me 10 gig or 50 gigabytes for $10. Yep, CenturyLink's still around. I don't know how. So I could keep going 50 gigabytes a month and get $10 each time. Or I could go to the next rate. It's 500 gigabytes on top of what I have for an additional $30 a month. So that puts my bill at $126 a month because it's 96 plus 29. So roughly 130. Or I could get the unlimited for $150 total dollars a month just for internet. My husband doesn't use the internet for nothing. He doesn't game. He doesn't use a laptop. He doesn't use a tablet. My husband does everything off of his phone, and he uses his data. Good afternoon, Lizzie. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. I'm ranting today. I understand if you don't stay, but if you do stay, and I hope you do, I hope you enjoy listening to me rant. Some people like rant videos. Some people don't. Oh, sorry. Sorry for bumping you. So my husband said, all right, if you're going to increase the internet, you're going to pay the difference. Okay, because he's right. I need to increase the difference so I can watch my YouTube and my Netflix, and so my son can game, and that we still have internet for him to be able to do his schoolwork. So for $40 a month, okay, I'm babysitting, I'll pay it. Guess what? I'm not babysitting now. So I'm thinking, oh, great. How in the hell am I going to pay for this? I don't have a job. I don't work. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But also on Sunday, this chick decides she's going to go out on a little bit of shopping spree because I have a kid who won't quit growing. Teenage boys. And they were having sales at Kohl's and JCPenney's. And I'm like, I know I'll be able to pay this because I'll be getting paid on, my babysitting money. And that's what I'm using my babysitting money is to buy those things to give my husband a break. We've just put in, as Tia knows, a very large amount of money into our home over the past 2 months. So I'm trying to catch my husband a little bit of a break. He's the only one that works. He does well for us, but, I'd like to be able to give him a little bit of a break on, being the sole financial person in the home. So if there's things that I can get with babysitting money, then that's what I'm going to do. So I went and bought clothes for Steven on Sunday, and I found a few things even for myself. I bought a couple books. I forced myself to go out into the elements. And then the next thing you know, he quits his job. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Really? Really? I wouldn't have done those things had I known that he was going to do that. Of course, who would? Who would say, oh, I know I don't have any money coming in, but I'm going to go ahead and blow all this money just because I want to. I'm sure there are a lot of people that do that. I'm not one of them. Oh, I wish this thing would please quit interrupting me. So then that increased my anxiety then. That got me upset. And then that's where the thoughts of everything, it just kind of mounted. And then I realized after watching a video that, as much as I hate to admit it, because to me admitting this is, I pride myself on being a strong person. Okay. I try to deal with everything on my own. I don't ask people for help, whether it's just mental help, like hey there, Brittany. This is another person that's taken the brunt end of my distance. Brittany, she checks on me every day. She misses talking to me. I miss talking to her. She's now going to hear a bit of why. You're going to have to watch her. I might keep this up long enough for you to watch the replay, Brittany, but otherwise I think I want to take it down because I don't think this is going to receive good feedback. But at this point, it's my channel. I don't give a damn. I need to do this for me. I have this channel for me. So if people don't like it, I'm sorry. I don't want to upset my subscribers. You all mean the world to me. But at the same time, at the end of the day, this is my channel. And for the ones that know me and love me, I know they'll understand. For the ones that don't know me and don't like me, that's okay too. I'm not going to be that person that everybody likes. Yes, I'm exhaling today. Tia, oh, that's awesome. You couldn't have said it any better. You could not have worded that any better, Tia. See, you're my girl. You help me with things in so many ways. You just don't even know. But now I forgot where I was at. That's why I don't like to look at comments. Yeah. Anybody know where I was at? Or have I gotten you guys completely lost and are you just over it now too? What was I saying? Yeah. It just all boils down to, oh yeah, I just realized that, like I said, I try to be a very strong person. I try to deal with all of my problems on my own. I try not to ask for people's shoulders to cry on because they might be having a rough time too, and they might need my shoulder. And neither one of us are any good to one another if one of us can't be strong, right? When I have to ask for somebody to help me through something, for me, it's a sign of weakness. Same thing with my pain medications and my fibromyalgia. If I have to take pain medicine, to me, I am showing a sign of weakness. I am stronger than that. I should not have to rely on a pill that's only going to be a temporary fix. So I try not to take my meds. I've reached a point past week that I have not been able to get through a day without my meds. And my meds are just pain medications. And I have IBS too, so of course I have to take that. And then they give me something to help me sleep at night. And I usually don't take it. And that's why anybody who knows me knows that I am up till all hours of the night. I kept Tia up till almost 1:30 in the morning the other night. And I still didn't go to bed till almost 3. But that's why I was in bed at 9 o'clock on Monday, or on Monday, because, well, I took something to help me go to sleep. These are things that I'm not dealing with well. So it's one extreme to the next. 1 minute I'm not dealing with the issues that are happening well. So then I go and start taking my pain meds again because the stress and the anxiety is causing more pain. I already have constant chronic pain daily, and I live with it. I go about my life. I still cook and clean my house. I don't cook my house. I still cook meals for my family. I cook meals. I don't do frozen dinner things. I cook meals. We don't eat out, but very seldomly. But I still cook. I still clean my house. Brittany's always telling me I'm always cleaning. Yes, I am always cleaning my house because I can't stand to live in clutter or a mess. I have a big house. I have a 2,500 square foot house. If I just let this thing go, I'd never be able to get out from under it. So it's a weekly thing. I steam mop my tile, and I have a lot of tile on the downstairs. I steam up my tile floors. I vacuum the carpet in my entire house. I do my laundry. I clean 3 bathrooms. I dust and clean 4 bedrooms. And I do it through pain because my job, just because I'm in pain, I can't use that as an excuse not to take care of my family. I don't want to live on pain meds because, yeah, when I'm on my pain meds, I don't feel any pain. But if I'm not feeling pain, that means I'm not alive. You have to feel pain to know that you're alive. So I work through these things and I don't complain about doing it because I'm doing this for my family, and my family means the world to me. My son has struggles in his life that he was born with that he did not ask for. So I have to be there for him. And I have a husband who right now drives me utterly up the wall and completely insane. But he's providing a home for us and everything that requires that home. So I owe that to him. He appreciates what I do. That helps me keep doing these things because he's not one that takes it for granted. He appreciates everything that I do for him. He might not always say it, but he shows. Sometimes words are hollow and they're empty. They're just words. It's showing your appreciation. That is what counts. So I do this for them. But lately, working through the pain's not working for me anymore because it's not just physical pain, it's now mental and emotional that now I'm struggling with because I have to admit that yesterday I called my doctor and I'm like, I can't do this anymore by myself. I need your help. I hated making that phone call. I hated it. I didn't want to make the phone call. But I reached a point yesterday where it was just, like I said, I was ready to leave my husband and my son, be done with them. As much as I love them, I was ready to be done with them and done with everybody else. I just want to go into a quiet little world by myself and sit and diamond paint and watch Netflix. And when it gets cold, crochet and read my books. And that's where I was at yesterday. And this is why you have not seen or heard from me on YouTube in over a month. Because this is what I've been battling. This is why, Brittany, I don't respond to you right away when you message me. I'm not ignoring you. But I get messages. I kind of feel like Mrs. Coffee for a minute. Not like Mrs. Coffee, because I am nowhere to the degree of subscribers, fans, friends, anything that she has. But I know what she felt like. I did not ask anybody to give me space. I kind of just disappeared. So, of course, people are going to wonder what's wrong. Brittany messages me on a daily basis. Love you, Brittany. Brittany, I absolutely adore you. I love you. Please don't take it personal when I don't respond. I'm either really busy or I am having a mental moment that I just can't. So, no, once I get my head straight or I'm not busy, you know I will respond to you. But yesterday I did try to call you because you asked me if I was busy and you was talking to me and I had time and I called you and no, you didn't answer and you didn't call back. So you must have been really busy. And that's okay. That's okay. Somebody said something about CBD. Let me read what this says. I have tried CBD. I tried to vape it. I cannot stand the smell or taste. And I think I was telling Tia this. Oh God. Even as a teenager or young adult, when I would smoke marijuana. Oh my God, I puked. I cannot stand the smell or the taste. And I would always fall asleep and wake up. Everybody's having a good time. And I had no clue what I had missed. So, yeah. But after I had my neck surgery in 2018, I tried to vape CBD, and oh God, it was putrid too. But purchasing the CBD out here, it is so insanely expensive and insurance doesn't cover it. But my insurance covers my pain medication. So that's kind of why as much as I don't want to pay for pain meds, as much as I don't want to take pain meds, my insurance covers it. Purchasing it over the counter and plus trying to get a medical certification for it is the insurance doesn't cover that. And that's like a $250 visit. And then what it costs to purchase the CBD through the dispensary is outlandish as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I have not gone that route. But just know I appreciate anybody and everybody who does reach out to me. And I mean, I've had so many people. There's been people that have joined my channel. They've seen one video, and then for weeks I went not having a video, and they're messaging me asking me if I'm okay. And they just become subscribers. I don't even know them. I've never spoken to them, but they message me, "Are you okay? I just joined your channel and I've watched all of your videos you've already posted. Did you decide you're no longer going to do YouTube?" And I just, kind of messaged them back because I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them, especially people that don't know me. And then think, oh yeah, she doesn't even care. I don't want to lose my subscribers because of that. So, I'll message them and I don't tell them anything other than, I'm sorry, life's been really busy, with everything that's going on with the pandemic, and my son's getting ready to start school, doing homeschooling. So I'm trying to get him on track, which isn't, I'm not really lying to them because that is the truth, but there's a lot more to it than just that. But I've had a lot of people over the past 2 weeks send me messages, and a lot of these people I didn't even know, or I knew them, but we never talked. I just seen them in the community, and they're reaching out and they're asking me, what's going on? What happened to you? You just disappeared. I had all these plans. If anybody watched the previous video where I was going to do what am I doing type things, I was going to have what's on my hook, what's on my light pad, what's for dinner, what have I finished, what am I going to start. I was going to have all these things. No one showed interest. There was just like very little interest shown. I have a hard time trying to put something out here if no one is showing interest. I'm not getting the views for it. And that's taking a lot of time to put these things out here. And if no one's going to watch them, it's like, why bother? My sub count has been all over the place. At the end of the DP Get Your Big On event with me and Sherry, literally overnight, the minute that the prizes, the winners were announced, I wake up the next morning, I was down 40 subscribers. Now, people are trying to tell me, oh, YouTube does that. No, YouTube does do things, yes. But I gained like 38 subscribers. 38 subscribers I gained during the time that me and Sherry were doing that event. And from the day it started to each one, they would increase. But, over the course of the 6 weeks, I gained 38. I was like 38 subscribers from doing that event. Yeah, I'll check all my messages after I'm done here. But as soon as the event was over, I was down 40 subscribers, and I thought, you've got to be kidding. So now we got these people that are just going to join a channel, go through do the event thing so they can win it and try and get a prize. If they don't win, they drop the channel, or when it's over, they drop it and go to the next. I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Creators put a lot of time and energy into their channels. I have struggled with my channel. I started it in February, I think. I've struggled with content. I've struggled with equipment issues. And I have my faithful subscribers that understand it, and they're still here with me. I'm not about to have a channel just for people to jump on, try and win prizes, and then leave because they didn't win a prize. Because guess what? You know what? You never know. There might be another giveaway. You just left, but oh, wait a minute. It's going to be posted. Melissa's going to have a giveaway. I'm going to hurry up and subscribe again. And then if I don't win, I'm going to drop again. That's really stupid. There are a lot of channels that I don't watch routinely, and it's not because I don't want to, but I have a lot of people that I really like to watch, but I still check in on them so they don't lose me as a sub. I still give them enough watch time that I still stay on. They don't lose me as a sub, that YouTube's not going to drop me. I won't leave a channel unless somebody's done something to piss me off, or they've done something that I feel is unethical, or they've been rude. So when I seen a 40 count drop, I was just devastated. I mean, I was just like, how am I ever going to even get monetized if I cannot get people to stay on my channel? If you don't like my content, give me some suggestions. I have begged. I'm in every video. I've said, if there's something that you want me to talk about, that you want to see, I can't guarantee I'll be able to buy it right away, but it'll be something I could put on my list. So give me ideas. I had a couple people reach out and ask if I had a PayPal, that they, wanted to do something to help since I'm not in a monetized. I kind of feel like I shouldn't put a PayPal out, because then that makes it look like I'm asking people for something. And Brittany is the first to know. Brittany knows I don't ask people for things. When people offer things, I don't even want to take it half the time. There was multiple times that she's seen something that she wanted to get for me, and I was like, no, you don't need to do that. And she's like, I know I don't need to do it. I want to do it. I still feel guilty for accepting things because I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't produce the quality videos that Mrs. Coffee produces, Rachel Ray produces, Stitcherista produces, our boy Jeremy. I don't mean to call you a boy, Jeremy, because I know you're a man, but just that, I hope you didn't take that as an insult, because it was not intended as an insult. I hope you took that in the affectionate way that it was intended. Those are quality videos that get put out multiple times weekly. So when they receive their gifts from their subscribers, they've earned those gifts. I'm not there yet. So for somebody to want to give me something, I feel guilty. So when people have asked me for my PayPal, or asked me why they can't give me a super chat, if it's somebody who's new, it's because I'm not monetized. That's why you can't do that. And they're like, well, do you have a PayPal? I don't feel comfortable putting it up there, because I don't want to be that YouTuber, or, like we all know they're out there. We will not mention channel names or, people names, but we know they're there. Did I see that David McLean? Huh? Melissa B. Craft. Did you see that David McLean? McLean? I know I'm probably saying it wrong. No, I didn't. The dispensary costs more. My pain meds, because of my insurance, Tia, I get them done. I get them filled at Walgreens, but we get them through Express Scripts, so I can get them filled at Walgreens and get the same Express Scripts price. I get 90 days of my pain meds, and it costs me $15 for 90 days. That is my prescription is for up to 3 times a day. So I'm getting, was it 270? Is that the math on that? Did I do that wrong? 270 tablets for $15. The dispensary is not that cheap. And yes, Brittany had to make me take things. We did a diamond painting swap thing. We're going to do a mystery painting. And when she sent me the painting, she had snuck things in there that I told her not to. She snuck buying something and sending it to me even after I told her not to. So I'm not that person. I appreciate gifts, like all the subscribers or YouTubers, creators say. They appreciate the gifts. They do. They love when they give them to you. But I don't want to be that person that everybody thinks that I feel I should get something. So that's why I don't want to put my PayPal up, because I don't want to be known as one of those people. Being honest, would it be helpful? Well, of course it would be. I'm not going to lie. And all of you subscribe or creators can know the same thing. Anytime that somebody sends them something that they can open on their channel and give them content, it helps them. Anytime that they donate something or whatever, as far as into their super chats or super stickers or their patrons and things like that, of course, those things are created to help with the channels. But I know that everybody who's received a gift, when they get it, they enjoyed it. They felt good. But at the same time, they're almost like, why? You know? And that's why I said, I'm really torn with that situation. I just want to hurry up and get monetized so I have ad revenue that is giving me, and I know ad revenue is very small. I know it does not do much. I mean, you have to have tons of ads, tons of videos, all that stuff for it to even accumulate to much at all. But at that point, I'd feel more comfortable with things. So, like I said, I've had a lot of people reaching out asking about why I don't have my PayPal listed, how they could send me money or send donations to something, and I don't respond to it. I kind of bypass it and just kind of, at that point, when the message comes up, I all of a sudden become very busy and I just don't respond. And then I come back later, oh, I'm so sorry. The phone rang or blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to just ignore you. But then I never answer. Brittany, another example. She's seen a pen. She said, would you like that? I ignored it. Then it was 2 blanks, wasn't it, Brittany? You put 2 blanks up and asked me which one of them I liked or wanted. And I was like, neither. She's like, pick one. And I was like, no, Brittany, you don't need to do that. You've already done enough for me. She's like, you better pick one. She goes, because if you don't, I will. And what did I do? I changed the subject. I'm so good at doing that. I can zigzag with the best of them. I don't want to have to be in a spot where I'm saying what I want, because I feel that that's wrong. It's just my opinion. And you can take that however you want to. You know, I just feel like if I tell somebody something, that it looks like, I'm expecting it. And I don't want to be that person. I just don't. So when I do ask for suggestions and I don't get responses, it makes it really hard for me with the channel. I also have I wanted to announce good news in a different manner than I am right now. But with all the struggles, it's even made this not such good, I mean, it's good news, but it's not the way I wanted to. But officially, I think Jeremy might already know, but doesn't know because me telling him, but I know Brittany knows, I know Tia knows, but here's my generic official announcement that I have become part of the TSA affiliate team. I have been an affiliate for almost 2 weeks now. I have known for almost 2 weeks. And I have been trying to figure out how I could do a big announcement like everybody else is doing. And my heart's just not been in anything, anything to be able to announce it. So it's just getting announced this way that yes, I am a TSA affiliate. I have one TSA right now. It is my custom that Rachel made, and it is not on my table. As we can see, this is not it. This is a Diamond Art Club. I was working on a TSA and needed a little bit of a break. I wanted to go back and try and finish some other paintings that I have stacking up. I meant, what'd she say? Sister, you're not one of those people. If somebody wants to help, let them. It shows they care. Jeremy, thank you. I appreciate you saying that you know that I'm not one of those people. I definitely appreciate that coming from you. Thank you. But yeah, I had to take a break from it. Eventually, I only have the one TSA because it's been a very huge struggle with this TSA with Rachel, and it's not Rachel's fault. Let me make that clear right now, because if somebody comes at me, one of my affiliate team members or another affiliate from another team or anybody else comes at me about this, I'm probably going to keep this up just simply for this reason. I am making it clear. My problem with shipping and such with my TSA has had nothing to do with Rachel or TSA. I'm hearing about this all over the place, and I'm so overhearing people bitching and complaining that Rachel is caught. They want their money back because they did not get their diamond painting yet, and it's been 2 months. It left Rachel's hands. Rachel does this is how it goes. And I know you know this, but I'm saying this for everyone in here knows this, this is not for you. This is for anybody who watches it afterwards. Rachel takes the information we give her, if it's a custom, or we pick our diamond painting on the page, we submit it, we pay for it. We get a little thing when it's ready saying it shipped. If you don't get saying something that states it's shipped, it's because it is sitting in a stack of how many other orders that have to be fulfilled. They come in the order in which they are placed, not, oh, this is Susie. Oh, I know Susie. Susie orders 20 diamond paintings for me every month. I've got to make sure that she's a priority, and I'm going to send hers out first. No, that's not how it works. It goes in which the order they are received. Once your payment has been verified, payment has been made, it then goes to production. These are not sitting in a box on a shelf someplace in a warehouse waiting for us to order them. These are in production the minute they are placed. The order gets placed, they start working on it. It takes time to chart these. It takes time to get everything together. There are supply shortages right now all over the free world. There are supply shortages, whether it's yarn, whether it's diamond paintings, whether it's paint, whether it's resin. There are shortages in place. We can't get things here fast enough. We're shortage, not so much on the supply end there's shortages, but the supply end isn't even the bad part. It is our U.S. Postal Service that is an issue right now. Somebody posted, and I don't know how many of you have seen it. If you've seen it, give me a thumbs up that you've seen this. That somebody was pissed off at Diamond Art Club the other day because they have not received a diamond painting. They live across the pond. Actually, they live on the other end of the world. They are in Australia. They haven't received a diamond painting that they ordered 2 months ago. And it's Diamond Art Club's fault. They want Diamond Art Club said, check your tracking, contact your shipper, contact your carrier. Because once it leaves Diamond Art Club's or TSA or Dreamer Designs, Pretty Neat, I don't care what it is, whatever the brand is, once it leaves their building and USPS here in the United States, DHL, FedEx, UPS, once they pick it up, it is no longer the supplier's responsibility. It's not up to them to do the work of tracking your package for you. Yes, you can reach out and you can ask them, and sometimes they're able to do that. But we have got this thing where we feel entitled that everyone's supposed to do the work for us. Okay? Yeah, can't do that. And thank you, Jeremy, for the welcome to the family. I appreciate that. But if we can go online to search for buying diamond paintings, we get a tracking number. As soon as we get the tracking number, as soon as I got my TSA tracking number, boom, I was looking it up. Dummy me. That was stupid because she just got it too, which means nothing had been updated on it yet. But we check it every day until it came up. Why can't other people track their own stuff? If they have the tracking number, track your own packages. Do not bash and berate and yell and scream at customer service that they lost your painting or your package, because guess what? No, they did not. It left their facility. When it left their facility, that's where their time with it pretty much ends. It goes to the steps. So now she wants a refund on her money. She said there's a thing that says it was delivered, but she doesn't have it. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop. How is that Diamond Art Club's fault? You need to contact your carrier in which the city and state you live in. Oh, no. Her carrier is spot on. She always receives all of her diamond paintings, all of her packages. Everything's there. If they say it's been delivered, it's there. It's been delivered. Now, she's getting this thing saying it's been delivered, and it hasn't. And it's Diamond Art Club's fault. And yes, I'm getting upset because I'm so sick and tired of listening to the people that feel entitled, whiny, bitchy, complaining people because they have to wait for something. I'm like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you serious? We are in a shithole pandemic. And yes, I warned in advance, there may be swearing. And I've tried to keep it at a minimum. But this is one of my big concerns that I did talk to Tia about the other day. As glad as I am to be an affiliate. And I want to be able to do it with honesty. And I intend on being honest. Sometimes honesty is brutal. Sometimes honesty is not what people want to hear. But if I'm going to be putting my name saying that I trust a company and I'm asking people to spend their hard-earned money on it, I'm going to be honest. If I'm having problems with the drills, I'm going to say there's problems with the drills. But I'm also going to let it be known because I'm hearing more and more. It's not necessarily the company's fault There's problems. It's suppliers. They're at the bottom. They're digging at the bottom of barrels because this pandemic, we have created more diamond painters in 8 months than I think that has created since diamond painting became a thing. People are stuck at home. They're trying to find new things to do. People that never had a hobby didn't know what to do with their lives now that they're stuck in the house. They've got a hobby now. They found, oh, I'm going to Amazon, cheap diamond painting. Oh, yeah, I love it. Next thing you know, they're looking for better quality. So they're going to those are companies that have better quality. Now they're having to wait longer. Some people totally understand. They get it. People that have humongous stashes, we're okay with waiting. Yeah, I get a little impatient when I know there's one that's coming and I just can't wait for it. And it says that it's going to be here on one day. And the next thing you know, the date changes and it's gotten lost. And Tia gets hers. We live in the same vicinity and hers comes on Thursday and mine doesn't come until Saturday or the next Monday. And I'm like, why? I feel like Officer Udi on TikTok. I have questions. Why? Why she got hers? I'm waiting 4 days, 6 days, and we ordered them on the same day. Why? But do I call Diamond Art Club? Do I go on Facebook and rant and rave and act like a whiny little bitch? No, I don't. Because you know what? There's so much that's more important in this world than me getting my diamond painting right now when I'm not going to work on it right away. I'm going to open it, make sure it's okay, and I'm going to put it back. And I'm going to work on the other X amount, and I'm not going to say how many I have. Diamond paintings. So that's where my concern comes in. And Jeremy, you have been an affiliate. This is where you can come and tell me my best way of handling. When I have somebody bitching and complaining that TSA takes too long. TSA, Rachel's not communicating with me. Also, people got to realize, guess what? Rachel, not Rachel Ray, Rachel from Treasure Studios Arts, and Peter, because now Peter's now involved in this, which I think is her husband. If I'm mistaken, Jeremy, please let me know. They live in Australia. So if you message them at 8 or like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, US time, guess what? They're sleeping. They're not going to respond to you right away. It's just not going to happen. And guess what? If you message them at 1 o'clock in the morning, US time, then yes, they're going to be awake. But guess what? They're working on their company. And they also are probably taking messages in the order in which they came. Be patient. You don't have to attack a brand or customer service because you're not getting your way the minute you ask your question. You get a lot farther with customer service. You give them, they're going to give back to you what you give them. So if you're shitty and nasty with them, good customer service, and I mean damn good customer service, will start out politely. And if you continue to push, then yes, they will get nasty. Sometimes. Rachel's not that person. She's never gotten nasty with me. But then I didn't get nasty with her because I knew nothing that was happening with my shipping and my package was her fault. No, my first canvas, I was not happy with the quality of the drills. We discussed it like professional customer service and a understanding customer. She apologized about how long it was taking to get to me. Then she apologized about the drills. Then there was a little bit, it wasn't in for, it was just a little thing on human error that maybe I wasn't laying my drills down right because I had such huge gaps and it was just really, really bad. And the drills were trash. I mean, they were really bad. And she did say, well, you need to butt them up against each other. And I'm like, I am. And she's like, I said, I'm also doing checkerboard. And she's like, no, don't do that. Don't do checkerboard. You just got to keep pushing them up against each other. And I'm like, since I started diamond painting, I always heard the best way to do squares is to checkerboard. In this case, there was no best way of doing this because they were scraping at the bottom of the barrel. This was in March. We were just, everybody, they were having these huge sales. We were struggling. Did I blame Rachel for it? No. Rachel made it right. And you know what? She didn't even have to. This is where it goes. She did not have to make it right for me. She gave me my TSA diamond painting. The first one and only one that I have to date. But she gave it to me to do a collab with Ash Inc. Ash Inc. 93, Amber, Dave and Amber. We were going to do a collab together for the kickoff of my channel. We talked about this in December. I didn't get the diamond painting until March. Is that her fault? No. There was Christmas orders that she had to get caught up for her customs. There was the fires in Australia. Oh my God, that's her fault. She's got to stop the fires in Australia to get me my diamond painting. Bullshit. That's stupid for me to even have a reason to think something like that. Well, then what happened? The fires start going out. COVID hits. I mean, no matter the direction she went, she just kept messaging me and apologizing that she's so sorry that it's taking her so long. You know what, Rachel? It's okay. None of these things are in your control, and you're giving me a free painting. How can I be an ass about it? Then when it came, there were struggles. We talked about it. We messaged back and forth. Like I said, there was times where she was saying, well, maybe I wasn't laying them right. But then when I tried different drills from different companies, and I won't mention what companies I used because that isn't the point. And I showed her how they fit on the canvas. She said, you're right. There is issues with these squares. And she talked to a couple other people that had squares that had the same problems, and they made some changes. I don't think they made changes to the drills themselves. I think they actually made changes to the grid on the canvas. Is that correct, Jeremy? It was just changes on the grid of the canvas is what I'm thinking I heard. But I'm just trying to, that's my fear of how I'm going to deal with these people that come to me yelling about TSA and how long it takes, or that Rachel's not getting a hold of them. Yes, Mallory, what's up? So that is why I have not announced my affiliate with TSA, because I've had all these things going on in my head and everything going on in my life, and I wanted to do a really cool kickoff, but my brain just hasn't allowed me. And I did not want to post my link or my discount, my code or anything for anybody until I announced it. One person did get it. I haven't made any sales yet. There was, traffic, but that one person has it. And I think she hasn't done anything with it because I hadn't announced it yet. I think she was kind of holding off until I made it official and all that. Our kids are in a break. Oh, okay. Got it. So that's what's been going on. I'm not leaving YouTube. What I do with it, I'm not quite sure though. That's where I'm kind of in a little bit of I'm kind of in limbo of what I'm going to do with the channel. I got to see something, because I just looked up and I have a feeling I'm going to be kicking somebody's little tushies. Hold the phone. Brittany and Jeremy, you two. Telling you, the two of you. I'll be messaging both of you later. I thought I seen something, but I wasn't sure. And now I just double checked. And yeah, I did. The two of you. The two of you. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I don't deal well with failure, so I'm not giving it up yet. I don't know when I'm going to start babysitting again. I know that she messaged me last night and said that in the last message that I got from her said she just said that he is supposedly for sure getting the job. They're just waiting on the background check. So I don't know. I just know that I will not be babysitting the rest of this week. So it's giving me a lot of time that, to think, for the people that are in here, I know these people can give me suggestions. If they're willing to, great. If they're not, especially creators, I understand, because if you're giving me ideas, that's taking your ideas, and that's not what we're about. We don't take one another's ideas. But for the ones that aren't creators in here, have ideas. I am more than willing to. I may not be able to accommodate them all or right away, but at least I have something that I can say you'll have to look forward to. But I'm not giving up my channel. If I never get monetized, if I have to start everything all over again in January when they reset everything, then so be it. I know Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't expect my channel to take off in a day. I hoped I'd be a little farther than I am now, but hey, we're, like Mrs. Coffee said, don't watch the numbers. Don't watch the numbers. Don't watch the numbers. It's kind of hard not to watch the numbers. I don't know anybody who hasn't checked every now and again. But thank you. Yeah, I've got, hang on here. I'll take it off the table and try and show it to you guys. Hold on 1 second. Just bear with me. 1 minute. Steven? Steven, come here, please. It's hard to show you on my table. So I will show you. I'll have my son hold it up because it's so much easier. Right now, I want to take the time while I'm doing this to thank every person who stayed in here and listened to me, and thank the people that have already left that did stay and listen to me. And if you came in and you left because you couldn't listen to it, I understand, because I can tell you right now, the frame of mind I'm in right now, if I came into a live and I heard somebody acting like me or talking about the things, I'd leave too. But, I feel like I was able to say it this way because if I'm talking to somebody on the phone, and I'm going to move you all, so just 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. Try not to shake too much. Stephen, come and get this. I want to show them the progress of my painting. Okay, 1 second here. Turn this light off so I don't blind y'all. Should have done that first, huh? All right. Yes, I do have shorts on. I am not like, I do have pants on. No pants at home for me just means shorts. All right, now, slowly bring that up. Be slow. Don't want to make anybody sick. Okay.
Oh, God.
That's good. That's good. All right,
No.
I'll give it a minute. I can bring it down. Okay. I hope I did that slow enough for everybody. You able to see it, or do I need to come closer? Getting a glare. But this is my Diamond Art Club's Crystal Lake cabin. Put that over there for me. Over there. Okay. And it is one of Diamond Art Club's. I mean, it's one of the. It's not old. Y'all want to see me? Yeah, I'm gonna let you see me now. You deserve that after everything that you guys just went through with me. It's one of their older diamond paintings. I mean, it came out like, when was it? Was it spring? I think it was springtime that it came out. All right, now I want to see, now that I'm not focusing on anything but you guys. I said, sorry, bedhead still. I just pulled all my hair up and I need to color my hair. I got the gray hairs going really bad right now. All right, so I'm here reading. What did she do? All right, wait a minute. Hey, payback for the post you did yesterday. Hey, no. That was to hit the @ symbol and whose ever name was first, and I was supposed to be honest. I was supposed to tag that person, and I could not help it that your name happened to be first. I knew you were going to get me for that. Okay, go ahead. You can text me, Diamond Artwork, or Mallory, and ask me. Yeah, no babysitting right now. And Debbie, thank you. I appreciate that. No, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I just have to find a way to make it happen. And it was the grill that changed. I kind of thought so, because the drills still, my drills are still looking a little rough, even on the new ones that she sent me. The canvas looks beautiful, but the drills I'm still having some struggles with. But again, like I said, we got stuff going on. Anybody message you asking questions on their order, send them to Rachel and Peter. We don't take care of customer service. Okay, excellent. Thank you for letting me know that, Jeremy. Hey, did you see the magnifying glass that I sent you a picture of? No, Mallory, I did not. I'll have to check. I haven't really checked my messages yet. Even if it shows that I've seen it, it was just because seeing that thing up there, the little notification was annoying me. So a lot of times I click on it just to take the red thing off. Thank you, Lizzie. Yeah, that Diamond Art Club is a beautiful painting. I love landscapes. Absolutely love landscapes. And why are you laughing? What did I miss, Jeremy? You are laughing. Oh, God, no. Please, thank you. But yesterday I had makeup on. Today I did not. Hey there, Nana. How you doing? You'll have to, you probably don't want to watch this, but then if you want to, hey, go ahead. But I did just announce my affiliate status with TSA. Yeah. I wanted to do it a different way, but this was just the best way for me to get it out there right now. Now, Mallory, I have Lamicorn. Is that what it was? Lamicorn, the llama unicorn thing. Those drills are like unbelievable. They're the best square Diamond Art Club drills I've seen yet. And I mean, literally every other drill I put in, it snaps in there. I mean, usually it's every 10th or 12th drill snaps in. No, every other drill, when I put that in there, I hear that nice snap, that music to the ears that we want to hear with squares. Yeah, I hear that. But that's one of the very first diamond art, what's one of the very first diamond paintings, period, that I've heard that from. Hi, Emma. I think you might be new to my group. I'm not sure, or to my channel. I don't know if I've seen you before. Tia's back. Yes, and I'm still on here. She's like, you got to be kidding me. She's been on here for almost, 3 hours? Yeah. My lives are always long. I don't know what it is about my lives, but I always have very long lives because I talk so much. There's the answer. I didn't need anybody to tell me. It's because I talk a lot. Well, thank you. Oh, also, update. I went to the orthodontist yesterday. I'm not looking. It's either going to be the next appointment, and that's one of the reasons I don't like to be on cam, is because of my braces. I'm very self-conscious about my braces and my gray hair. And having to wear these glasses because I can't read without them. So Yeah. Anyhow, I'm not vain. It's just there's certain things that make me feel self-conscious, and it's only because I'm 48 years old and I just had braces put on. Yeah. But yeah, yesterday I went to my orthodontist appointment, and it's either next visit, so either September 17th or the October visit. You might not hear from me for a couple of days after that appointment, because I'm going to have to learn how to get my mouth to work, and it's probably going to be uncomfortable. Yesterday, I hate to even show this, but it's only going to be able to tell. So this gap here, that gap there was not there when I had my braces first put on. They've been on since December. I had a space in the middle between my top two front teeth. It wasn't that big, but it was a space there. And my bite was off, and my teeth had started to shift. As we get older, our teeth do start to shift because the bone, we start getting the bone loss, and bones, start, things will just get loose that way. But also, I had two molars pulled, one on each side, but at different time spans. We're talking like one was pulled in, what was it, in 2000 or in 98, 97 or 98, and then the other one wasn't pulled until like 2007. But it was only one on each side. But when they pulled the one in 97, 98, they didn't do a bone graft to prevent if they would have added bone to that spot and fill that area in, whether it was artificial bone, cadaver bone, whatever, it would have prevented the teeth be able to move to that open spot. Well, when they did this one, they did, but there had already been teeth that have shifted, the teeth already started to shift. So that caused my midline to be off. I also have well, I don't think it ever goes away, but I have TMJ. So I grip my teeth. So doing that also caused my teeth to grind and cause an occlusion, because now I was chewing on the outside of my teeth. On the bottom, my top teeth would go down and go over to the outside of my teeth. So that I was wearing my teeth down in the wrong spot. So therefore, the only thing that we could do is pull all of my teeth, which there was no need to pull my teeth because my teeth are perfectly healthy. Other than, they're a little worn down in the back, but there's still enough teeth there of the tooth that they don't need to worry about. But it would either be pull them out so I wouldn't continue to do it, or put bite blockers in, which on the back of my top molars, I have where they took like, I don't know, it's some kind of like acrylic that they filled those molars in to where when I bite down, my teeth don't come together. Those teeth come together. The top molar and the bottom do, but with the acrylic in between them. But the rest of my teeth do not come completely together. And that's to prevent me from grinding my teeth. But it was either do this or get the braces, or pull all the teeth, get dentures, or get the braces. So we chose to do the braces. My teeth will start to go the way they're supposed to. They'll realign them. I will get rid of the occlusion. I did have a little bit of an overbite, so they're working on that too. But so yeah, that's why I got braces at 48 years old. I've had a lot of people message me and ask me that. I'm glad they asked me privately and not right in a live or on a whip and chat, because that just, to me, if you're going to ask a personal question like that, do it privately. But that's why they did that at 48 years old. It's definitely been a learning curve. I talked to Tia about it a lot when I first had it done because she has experience with braces, not herself personally, but it's not my business to tell. Just say someone in Tia's life had braces or that she knows had braces. So she was able to give me a lot of information. I learned a lot from her. Things that, I didn't think of the time to ask my dentist or my orthodontist. I would think about it and I could ask her because I couldn't contact him. We were on a COVID shutdown. But I am now, like I said, they were put on December 16th. Next month or the following month, I will now get my rubber bands where they'll be in different directions, trying to pull the new open gap, open spaces that weren't there before. They'll start closing those, and the new spaces will open because they gradually close, a little at a time. Hold on. I got people saying something I think I might read. I've been here the whole time. Call Body Shop. Okay. Thank you, Nana, for saying that. Thank everybody who's giving me compliments on my appearance. Right now, I'm just not feeling it, but usually we don't feel that way about ourselves. It's pretty common, I think. Jeremy, I had braces for 7 years to fix my teeth, and now my teeth are all brittle. Ouch. Now, Jeremy, let me ask you a question. Did you wear your retainer after you had your braces off, or did you not? That's something that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. I had an arch like you when I had braces. They had to do upper and lower jaw surgery on me. Well, see, that's one of the things that I was going to mention too. So 1 second here. That's why I figured I'd let you say the name, Tia. Okay, so when I first went to the dentist to have them see what was going on, like I said, with my teeth shifting and all that, they tried to tell me, oh, it's not your teeth. Your teeth are perfect. It's your jaw that's out of alignment. You need jaw surgery. And I was like, yeah, forget that. No, you're not going to go in there and cut the tendons and the ligaments in my jaw and break my jaw no. My teeth will stay just like they are. Or, like they said, pull them all out and I'll get dentures. But you're not going to do that and then wire my mouth shut, which a lot of people would say, oh, please wire her mouth shut. Please. That's 6 to 8 weeks of not hearing her talk. Yeah, okay, whatever. But you're not wiring my mouth shut. Yeah. Could I lose weight on it? Absolutely. I'd probably be down to my body weight that I want. But none of that's that important to me that you're going to break my jaw, wire my mouth shut, and line my jaw. So no, we opted out for that. I'm reading what Jeremy said real quick. Oh, okay. But did you have to wear the retainer after you had your braces off, or were you supposed to wear it and not? Because that's what I'm seeing a lot of things with my niece and nephew, which I wanted to touch on. But so like you said, we opted out. We were not having jaw surgery done. Then I go to the dentist, this different dentist, same office, just a new dentist. And she was doing my x-rays and she's like, you've got a lot of movement in your teeth. Now, my teeth were not loose, but teeth can still shift even if they're not. I mean, they're loose up inside, but not to where you notice it. That's how things move, regardless. You've got a lot of movement going on. She said, I'm going to send you to an orthodontist. And I was like, I've already been told that it has nothing to do with my teeth. It has to do with my jaw. She said, what do you mean with your jaw? Oh, you do wear your retainer? Okay. That's what I wanted to ask, because that has been something every time I go to my appointment, it drives me crazy. Even though I don't even have my braces off yet and I don't even have my retainer, Every visit I leave, he says, remember, when you have these braces taken off, wear your retainer. Okay, I will. I promise, because I know the end result. I know the end result if I do, and I know what the end result is if I don't. And I'm going to go with the if I do. But yeah, she's like, your jaw is not out of alignment. She said, it is your teeth. I was like, so I don't need jaw surgery? And she said, no, you don't need jaw surgery. You need braces. Okie dokie. Send me to the orthodontist. They wanted to do Invisalign. I didn't want Invisalign because with Invisalign, they may straighten your teeth, but they don't align your teeth. And they sometimes they do more damage than good, because with traditional braces like I have, you can control the movement better. With Invisalign or any of the tray type, invisible braces type thing, you don't have the control like you do now. When I go in, like this last visit, I did not have an adjustment at the bottom. The only thing that they did at the bottom was they took my bands that hold my arch wire on. They took those bands off and put on new bands, and nothing else was done here at the bottom. Now at the top, they put on a power chain. So they took off my existing bands that hold my arch wire on, took those off. They got, they took a really thin, I forget what the wire is called, but it's like really, really thin wire, and they wrapped it around each bracket on each tooth, and they're trying to get, there's still a space in my top teeth, or in top, in between my midline. So they're trying to push that together. So they individually wrapped each tooth but connected them, pushed it, so they'll push together, and then they put on a power chain, which I don't want to show you my teeth up close because I've been drinking coffee and my teeth are between nicotine and coffee this morning. I haven't brushed my teeth because I'm still drinking the coffee. But I have a power chain now across here. So now it's going to push, and it's just on the 4 front teeth. So it's going to push that together. That's the only thing they did yesterday. I felt the pressure on this at first, but since then the pressure is reduced. But that's all they did this visit. So there really wasn't any adjustment across the bottom. There was a minor adjustment on the top. Next visit, I will get, like I said, my wires or my bands here, and I will have power chains across, and I will be Jeremy and Tia and Diamond Artworks, who said they have all had braces or know someone who did. I'm getting my last arch wire size or depth or torque. I refer to it as torque, tension, whatever. I will be at 22. I have 18 now. My next one will be 22. And from what I've understood, what he said, that's as high as they go. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the gold arch wire. Am I mistaken on that? But he said, this is where I'm going to be noticing more and more mouth pain and discomfort. I'm going to have to get used to remembering that I've got these little rubber bands that are trying to keep me in position. But when I yawn, they will break. Not looking forward to that. As for the retainer situation, my niece and nephew, my niece just turned, what is today? Today, happy birthday. My niece is 18 today. She just went off to NSU, or NAU, excuse me, not NSU. She just went to NAU. She's going to Northern Arizona University. This is her freshman year of college, and she just left 2 weeks ago. A week ago this past Saturday, moved into her dorm, and she just turned 18 today. My nephew, her brother, my son will be 15 in December, and my nephew will be my son will be 16 in December. My nephew will be 16 in April. So they're like 2.5 years apart? 3? Yeah, about 2.5 years apart. Both of them have had braces, not once, but twice. Because they don't wear their retainer when they have their braces taken off. 1 second. My dog is getting ready to bark. We'll see if I can get him to talk. Do you want to go outside and go potty? Do you want to go potty? Do you want to go potty? Can you tell mommy? You want to go potty? Do you want to go outside and go potty? You do. Do you want to go potty? Tell me. Tell me so the people can hear you. Do you want to go potty? Do you want to go potty? Do you want to go? Yeah, this dog does not bark. He does not bark. That's what we get. That's about, sometimes we'll get a little yip, but that's what my dog does when he has to go potty. Just a second, getting my son. Steven, he's got to go. He just talked and ran around in circles and did all the things. You want to go outside and go potty? Yeah, Steven's going to take you. Go on. Sorry about that. Yeah, go on. Go outside and go potty. But yeah, they had their braces taken off and they never wore their retainers. So if you don't wear it, for me, the doctor's already told me, and I don't know if this is standard across the board or what, but he said that when they first take the braces off and when they put my retainers on, which I'm going to go with the traditional retainers. I don't want the permanent one. I already struggle flossing my teeth with these things on. I want to be able to floss my teeth easy, not having to use the thread flosser and all that. I just want to floss my teeth. So I don't want the permanent retainer on the back of my teeth. So, and I don't want the Invisalign retainer either, because since I do grind my teeth, that was another reason I wasn't a candidate for Invisalign, is because I do grind my teeth or clench my teeth. I'll break trays. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go with traditional retainer. He said when these braces come off, I will wear my retainer 24/7, except for when I'm eating. I'll take it out while I eat. I'll brush my teeth. I'll put it back in. I'll take it out to wash it, but put it right back in. And I will wear it 24/7, including sleeping, for the first 2 years. After that, he said that I'll only need to wear it at bedtime. But it will be for the rest of my life. Otherwise, all the money and work and treatment that I've had done will just eventually go back to the way it was. Well, I'm not about, these braces were not cheap, and the discomfort that I've gone through has not been fun. And I don't just mean physical discomfort. I mean, I watched my son eat Doritos. I watched my husband bite into a Big Mac. I watched my husband eat nachos. I watch them eat granola bars. I watch them eat food and be able to enjoy it in general, period. I have not had a taco since the day before I had these put on, December 15th. No Taco Tuesdays. And my poor family suffers because if I can't eat it, they don't want to eat it now. And it's not fair for them to suffer, but they feel bad eating in front of me. So yeah, we're all suffering. At least I have a family that cares enough. My son, he's not so much about caring. He's like, but mom, yeah, well, my husband says, well, yeah, she can't have it. We're not having it. We're going to go through this with her. But I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, because like I said, I've missed out on food. I've been uncomfortable, and we paid a lot of money for these. So I am not going to make this time wasted. So I'm going to do what I have to do with the retainer. It is odd being my age having braces. I mean, it is. It truly is. I never in a million years thought, as a teenager or not even as a teenager, as a young kid, I wanted braces. I wanted braces and glasses, and I wanted to break my legs so I could walk on crutches, because I thought all those things were so cool. Well, I've broken my leg. I've broken toes. Tia, shh. Don't need to talk about it. Brittany. I've broken, like I said, broken bones, had to walk on crutches. I had to get reading glasses. I had to get contacts. I don't like them. And now I had to get braces. So all those things I wanted as a young child or young adult, I have now as an adult, and I don't like any of them. I know once these braces come off, I'll be glad and I'll appreciate it because I'll have a smile that I won't be ashamed of. I'll be able to eat better and it won't be painful because my teeth will actually be working the way they're supposed to be. But the process is not fun. All right, so I'm back to reading again. They don't wire the jaw shut when you have jaw surgery. Yeah, depending on what kind of jaw surgery that you have, they wire, it's not the jaw itself, they wire the teeth closed. So you can't open your mouth. Because I had a patient that I worked for in the hospital who, she dislocated her jaw and they had to break the jaw on both sides completely. And then they had to wire her joints back here close so they would stay together. And then they wired her teeth shut. She could not open her mouth. She was like this all the time. She drank through a straw and everything went around her. She couldn't bite. She couldn't eat anything, nothing. She lived off of Ensure and Boost. Everything was done in protein shake form for her. So, yeah. Let's see. I did not like the rubber bands as braces. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the rubber bands. You missed, I don't know when you missed a lot, Brittany. But there are things that you and me have already talked about, I'm sure, so you probably didn't really miss it. And say that's the nice thing. When I get my retainers, I know that I'll be able to eat all the things that I have not been able to eat for so long. And I do go on the days that they do a wire change, or I should say, every 3 months, I get my teeth cleaned. Yeah, and I do that because I have a thing with plaque. I get excessive plaque. No matter flossing, water pick, I just struggle. And I brush my teeth like 5 or 6 times a day, but it's just something to do with the calcium deposits in my body that causes more plaque. So every 3 months I get my teeth cleaned. And on the month that I get my teeth cleaned, I have an orthodontist appointment at 9 a.m. in the morning. They take my wires off. I go to Jack in the Box or Taco Bell or KFC or one of those places that I can eat food. I still don't bite into things because I don't want to break a bracket, but I get things that I can eat the hell out of and enjoy, and then get my teeth brushed and flossed real good before I go to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned. And then the dentist cleans my teeth, or the hygienist cleans my teeth. And then I go back in the afternoon and have my wires and adjustment and stuff done. Those are my favorite days of the month because I will go and eat things that are difficult to eat now. I still don't do the things that I'm not supposed to eat things. I mean, I still don't do tacos or nachos or anything crunchy. I still don't bite into a cheeseburger. I break it off, but I can eat it and enjoy it and not have things getting packed up underneath it. I know it's gross, but things get packed underneath those wires and it sucks. They're stuck in the brackets, they're stuck in the wire. And then when you're trying to chew, it's uncomfortable because more food's trying to get in there. I know, like I said, it's gross, but that's the life of somebody with braces. Let's see, we just lost our big dog yesterday because he had a stroke and he had blood on him. Oh, Mallory, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I've seen a lot of people have lost their dogs recently, and it just breaks my heart and it scares me because I've only had my little guy 5 years. He was a rescue, but in that 5 years, he's made an impact. And I'm an animal lover. I can't stand to lose animals at all. It just kills me. So I worry because he's about 12 years old-ish. And it was a year ago this month that he got diagnosed with pancreatitis, and we almost lost him then. And I just know that, we've got him on track health-wise, but at any time, he could have another flare-up. And he said if he does, he probably won't survive it this time. And just his age alone. So I'm so sorry for you and your family. And the homeschooling stuff, like I said, it only bothers me with the Lorenzo stuff because he doesn't know what he's doing. So I have to try and explain it to him when I'm there, and he doesn't want to do it. But also, I this is 6th grade level, and my son did 6th grade in traditional school. So I don't know the layout for 6th grade like I do for my son in 9th and 10th grade, because the layout only changes. Like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade have the same layout on their Moodle. It's called Moodle. And then 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, they have the same layout. So I already know the layout for high school. I never seen the layout for middle school. So that, I know I keep trying to look at you guys, but then I'm trying to also read, because I have my tablet. My computer is straight behind me, or behind the camera. My tablet is off to the left here. So I'm trying to look at you guys and be polite, but then trying to read here because my computer's too far away and I can't see it. I can't read it, I should say. Excuse me. I don't even feel like eating. No, you don't. And I've lived off of mashed potatoes, SpaghettiOs, tomato soup. I'll get the hash brown patties and I'll lightly fry them to where they're not crispy. They're just warm through. And I'll mash them up and I'll put ketchup on them. Everything's doused in either ranch or ketchup, or, yeah, because it has to be mushed up enough for me to eat it. But I've eaten so much mashed potatoes and gravy and SpaghettiOs and ravioli. I'm over it now. I'm over it. I'm so tired of those foods. But I haven't lost any weight. People say, oh, you're going to lose weight. No, you cannot lose weight with braces if you're eating foods that aren't healthy for you, that are full of carbs. And that's the only thing I can eat is carbs. Spaghetti. I can eat spaghetti because I just break it up real small and swallow it. But that's the majority of what happens with my food is I swallow everything. I don't hardly chew. And that's why everything's one bite. I kind of like try to break it up with my tongue a little and then just swallow it. It's not good. It's okay. I'll eat those tacos and nachos. I'm sure you will, Tia. You were eating potato chips when we were video chatting the other night. I was like, look at you. Look at you. My foot's good. The only time it bothers me is if I kind of step wrong, and it's just I get a little stabbing pain, it just lasts for a second and then it's gone. So, yeah. But, so now, if anybody wondered, you have your answers now. If you didn't wonder where I was, you still got your answers. Everybody still knows. Yes, right in my face. Right in my face. Do you want to see what my favorite thing is? I think I showed you. Did I show you the other night, Tia? What I eat when you're eating things like that I can't eat? I'll show you. This is life for me. This is why I'm not gaining or losing any weight. But these are things that I can eat. So this is not like me. Yeah, this is life for me. Okay. This is life. And coffee and tea. Yep. Yeah. And you see, that's my kitchen behind me, straight back. This is what I live on. So this is something I am just saying. If you want to send me something, send me Reese's Cups. Send me Reese's Cups with Reese's Pieces. Send me Reese's Cups cookies. Twinkies. Yeah, if you guys really, really want to do, these are the things. Send me all the junk food that I can eat. Because there's not a lot of things that I can eat. Lately, I've been eating Jell-O. Why? Because it's cool and refreshing. I went the other night and bought Reese's Cup ice cream. Chocolate. It's the Reese's brand. I guess it's the Breyers, but it's Reese's. And it's chocolate ice cream with chocolate peanut butter swirl in it. And there are broken up pieces of Reese's Cups in it, but I just suck on them and they dissolve. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. And pudding. Yes, I have lots of pudding. I have cases of pudding. It's just there's certain things that I'm just getting tired of eating now. I've eaten it to death. lots of tuna, because tuna is another one of those things where you really don't have to chew it a whole lot. Oh, White Castle burgers too. Now, the White Castle burgers in the frozen department aren't as good as the ones that you get at White Castle restaurant itself, but I can eat those because the bun is all nice and soft and the meat is so thin and it's not all dried out. So yeah, I'll make up some White Castles. Sorry, I just spit. Sorry. And if you notice at all, I've noticed since they changed this, I do have a little lisp that I didn't have yesterday when I left. Yeah, it feels weird. But yeah, so those are, you can't send me White Castle burgers, obviously, because they're frozen. But, and no, when I'm saying that, I was joking. Please, I was not actually asking you to send me anything. Those are just those are my indulgences that I can enjoy because I can't eat caramel and I can't eat anything with nuts in it. And one of my favorite candy bars is an Almond Joy or Mounds, and I'm not about to fight trying to get coconut out, and can't bite into the nuts anyway. Okay, right back to reading here so I can get caught up. No, I don't try to eat anything. If it's on the do not eat list, Mallory, I don't eat it. I don't even try to eat it. And I do not eat popcorn. I do not eat Doritos. I do not eat caramel. I do not eat nuts. I will not even bite into pizza. I tried to eat pizza with a fork and there's too much crust. No, I don't eat pizza. I don't eat potato chips. I did try to eat Pringles because they said Pringles is something that is a softer chip that I could eat. I tried eating it. It still seemed more of a struggle than it was worth. So no. Yes, mashed potatoes. Like I said, I love mashed potatoes for like the first 3 months. Hi, Billy. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Mindy, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Yes, Reese's. I love Reese's. Reese's is my absolute favorite candy bar, always has been, hands down. Peanut butter and chocolate is life to me. Peanut butter and chocolate to me is like coffee is to Mrs. Coffee, other than I do love coffee too. But yes, at night, I get me a nice hot cup of coffee and I sit down with a couple of the miniature Reese's, or sometimes if I can find the big ones, I'll sit down with a pack of Reese's or a couple of the little small guys. I keep them close by. Or I'll grab a cookie, the Chips Ahoy Reese Cup cookies, grab a couple of those, and I'll sit and that's what I will snack on while they're eating other things. But I did, popsicles. Sometimes like popsicles or something, for anybody who's had braces, it hits the bracket or the wire and it freezes so sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable. Let's see here. I went through your jaw surgery. I ate so much mashed potatoes and don't even eat them today. Yeah, see, I love mashed potatoes and I took a several-month break from them. We just had some the other day and I was able to enjoy them, but if I have to eat them day after day after day after day after day, I won't. I just and like I said, lots of spaghetti, lots of pasta, which carbs, but it's something that I can eat. Tia, what did you decide on for Chuck then? Because I watched last night, and were you still torn between two of them? I'm getting mine. I'm going to actually get mine out today and kit it up, so I'm all ready to go. Because I want to save the Quiet Cove for a later date. So it was between outdoor living for me or the Sweet Life. Is that what it is? Or whatever the one that was the covered bridge. Okay, so you believe you're going to do Quiet Cove? All right, I'm going to hold off on Quiet Cove. And this kind of works out. That way we're doing something different this time. And maybe when we do our thing together, we still have some paintings that we both have the same of. So we got that. I did worry about you a little bit because we talk less every day. Yeah, please try not to worry. I mean, I appreciate worrying, but please try not to. I've got to figure this out, and going to the doctor tomorrow. Hopefully this will help. September 1st, Brittany. I'm pretty sure. Of course, Mindy can answer that completely because it's her, it's her thing. But to the best of my knowledge, September 1st. And I think it then runs to the end of September, because then after that, drills and chills will be starting at the same time, right? I'm not sure, which that affect me one way or the other, because I'm always doing more than one diamond painting at a time. So I tried the Oreo cookie ice cream. It's just, I don't care for vanilla ice cream as much. I mean, it's okay, but I like chocolate ice cream. So, and that's why when I got my Reese's ice cream the other day, I had a choice between vanilla ice cream with the peanut butter, or maybe it was a peanut butter ice cream. Now I have to look at that and check. Now you got me wondering, because if it's a peanut butter ice cream with Reese's cups in it, then I'm all about that life. I'm going and getting it. Melissa and I narrowed it down to 6, then I narrowed it down to 4. Do you really have 15 to choose from, Mindy? I mean, I know you have like all of his paintings, but I know you haven't done a lot of them yet. They're still in your stash. But you have 15 to choose from? Technically, if you really want to get technical about it, I have... God, what do I have? I have a lot to actually choose from for Chuck. I think I have every one of his paintings except for 2. One is Reflections of Country Living, and the other one I can't say because that's the one that I don't have is Brittany's. She knows that we're doing a mystery painting between us. She just knows that she has a Chuck Pinson. She just doesn't know which one. So those are the only 2 Chucks that I don't have, is the one that I sent her, and the Reflections of Country Living. And I want Reflections of Country Living, but each time that they've had it as a pre-order, I haven't had the money for it. And then when I have the money, they don't have it as a pre-order. So yeah, just put up a PayPal so we can send money. Oh my God, now I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream. Sorry, I'm an enabler when it comes to food. There are 16 at Diamond Art Club, and there's a couple of Chucks that I like. You know, I don't want to be, I always said I wasn't going to mess with Dreamer Designs. I can't help. I've got to try them. And there's a couple Dreamer Designs pieces that I actually think I might like. I think I may do the Dreamer Design checkup. You have. Hey, Mrs. Coffee. Hi. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah. Did you? I'm not saying anything. Hold on one second here. Just one second, because I don't know. Hold on. I'm just looking at my messenger. Okay. How you doing? Yeah, I had my rant this morning. I doubt you'll want to go back. I mean, this thing here, 3 hours, really? Goodness sakes. I have the longest lives on YouTube, I think, because I never shut up. But yeah, glad you could come in. I've talked about everything and then a bunch of nothing, like always. Now we're talking about food and my braces and what we're going to work on Mindy's check along. And let's see. I have a tree nut allergy. Oh, I could not. No, I couldn't have a tree nut allergy. I can't be allergic to anything. The things that I can be allergic to, I'm fine with. I'm allergic to penicillin. I'm okay with that. That means no penicillin shots. I'm allergic to Vicodin. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. And I'm allergic to bee stings. I'm good with that, but do not allow me to be allergic to food because I love to eat. That's why I'm not losing weight. No, Jeremy still holds the title for the longest lives. Oh, okay, good. I feel good about that. I'm not competing with you, Jeremy. If I actually break your record, I don't even want to know that I did it. I literally can't eat mashed potatoes because I have had so much over the years. I don't even like the texture of them anymore. And check along, so you'll all have a confetti party. Oh, absolutely. We will all have a confetti party. I did something that I'm hoping I am not going to regret. I have enough voices in here, and Miss Coffee will be one of the main voices because I've just watched a recent video and she used it in that video. But I need you to hold on one quick second. If you don't mind, please, nobody leave. I need to go get my son. Hey, Steven, can you come down here, please? Is your hair combed by chance? Yeah, come here. I'll be right with you. 1 second. There's going to be a guest. Give me a drink.
She'll be right here in a moment.
All right. I would like to take this minute to introduce to you my son.
Hello.
Tia has seen him, and I think maybe Brittany has seen him. But this is my son, Steven. He is the one that is trying to help me edit my videos and all that stuff, and I'm not good at it, and we're still trying to figure it out. But I just wanted you to meet him because there might be times where I may have to step away for a second, and I think he is of age. He's going to be 16, so I think he's safe to be on my videos for a short second. So go ahead, go back and do your thing. I'm going to go back and finish what I was saying. Nana of Seven Crafts said, hi, Steven. And her name is also Melissa, Steve. So if you hear me refer to her as Melissa or Nana, that's who it is. Okay, so the thing that I did last night, for someone grab one of those pots. Oh, yeah, you can see my pots hanging. I didn't know what you were talking about, Mrs. Coffee. I completely forgot. And yeah, I know. As I said, I look rough and I really don't care. I don't care how I look. This is very few times. That's why I'm giving the opportunity for my close friends to see me on live, because generally you'll be looking at my diamond paintings. I'm great, and you? I'll be okay until Monday after surgery. Oh, you'll be on my thoughts and prayers, Nana. We'll talk. Definitely. Confetti. Yeah. I can't get anything else up until I'm done with the darn TSA. I'm literally halfway. I'll have to text you a picture. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Mindy. Yeah, Chuck Pinson images are confetti. Paradise. Yeah. Oh crap, it just dawned on me. What just dawned on you, Mindy? The confetti for Chuck? Oh yeah. You have legal matter. Okay, great. Then I'll get you right now while you're still here. If you're still here, I just want to catch up here real quick in case I need to answer you. over 3 hours to be in. Oh, yeah, I won't be. My husband gets off work in an hour and a half. I won't be. Any more hummingbird items? Mrs. Coffee. Nut allergy. I'm still trying to catch up. Give me a second here. Hey, Steven. Brittany said hi, Steve. Oh, yeah, I'm looking rough. This is bad. If you go on my page that I posted yesterday, I did the black and white image. I actually had makeup on. Of course, it was black and white, so you couldn't see it. All right, so my question is, okay, Mindy, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You take care. Okay, so last night I did a thing, and I swore I wasn't going to do this thing because to me, well, I shouldn't have done it because I said I wasn't going to do it. But then I did it because I seen Mrs. Coffee was using it, and it looked like it was working really well. I've seen other people do it, but Mrs. Coffee, the way she angles her diamond paintings when she's working on it, I can really see good. She has a good view. I ordered the Forever Placer. Is that what it's called? The tips. Yeah. All right. What's this about another thing? Another addiction. I missed it. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did a thing. I ordered those Forever Placers. Now, I probably won't see them until this time next year. The Everlasting Tips. Thank you. That's what they're called. Yeah. No. There's so many things that I want to do, but no, I'm not. Are they really all as easy to work with as they appeared to be in Mrs. Coffee's video yesterday? It looked like the drills line up like perfect on the tip. So do they lay as nice on the canvas as they line up on the tip on the multi-placer? I got a 4-placer and then the single placer. So yeah, that was my question for Mrs. Coffee for certain, because I know that she has them and uses them, but I know Brittany I thought Brittany said she ordered them, but I didn't know if she did and if she had gotten them. Yes. And they don't break. Yeah. Speaking of breaking, I was very upset, Brittany. I cried. Not only do I break tips, because I've recently started breaking tips, and that's not like me. I think it's just that it's not that I'm pressing this that hard. I mean, I know I have a heavier hand than most, but I'm going through tips like crazy. And I'm going to tell you, I buy all mine from Star Roar off of Amazon, and I get a 30 pack for $15. That's why I finally decided, you know what? I go through about 3-4 placers a week. I can't afford to keep buying Star Roar multi-placers. I just can't. So, but last night I was in Tia's live, and I was using my diamond painting pen. Brittany, does this look familiar? I don't know if you can see what happened here or not. Let me see here. It broke. There it is. Yep. It broke. It broke at where wood and acrylic meet. I bawled. I was so upset. Yeah. This was one of my favorite pens. And it came from one of my favorite people. So, yeah, this was pretty upsetting last night. This did not help my emotions and my mental health. That is for damn sure that my pen broke. This is my second favorite pen from my favorite pen, or favorite person. Yep. Brittany, I couldn't stop crying when I broke this pen. You would have thought that I can't even describe the crying that I did. And this is one of Bella's pens. This is one of Bella's DP pens. So I'm concerned about these hybrid pens now. Especially, I mean, up here I'm good with, because I can always flip my multi-placer and my single placer, but one that has this much wood throughout it. And like I said, I'm not trying to spear a fish, for crying out loud. I'm just diamond painting. Really? To push that hard? I mean, I'm not pushing that hard. That's why I could not understand why it broke. But it broke right at an acrylic, where acrylic meets a piece of wood. And for my multi-placer and my single placer that I got yesterday with shipping, I think it was $38. It's just, I guess it's going to determine how much wood is on it, because I have this hybrid pen that Brittany gave me, that I have this one, and then I have one that's being, yeah, it's actually being turned. Where's she at with that one? Brittany, where's Stacy with that, with my pen? But I swear I was not going to buy those everlasting tips. Yeah, right. I was watching you, Diamond Paint, last night. You were pressing harder than I was when I was watching, your videos. I go through and watch my favorite YouTubers. I watch their current video for whatever they put out, like that day, that week. But then in the evening time, when I've put my diamond painting away and I start relaxing, I'll just put it on an old video. I'm trying to view every one of my favorite YouTubers' videos that they put out, every one that they put out. I don't care if it's something I'm interested or not, I watch them. So I was watching one of your videos, Mrs. Coffee, and man, it was like you were trying to kill it was like you were trying to kill the future generation out of that drill. And you weren't breaking it. And I was like, how in the hell did I break it? Yeah. I was very upset, because I wasn't just upset because, I mean, I love this pen. Of course, I love this pen. But I was upset because it was it was my first gift from a subscriber, and it was Brittany. And me and Brittany were close. So it broke my heart. Yeah. I was pretty upset about that. Yeah. But that's what's going on. So you all know why I've been distant from YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out, and I've been trying to figure out what works for me. I still haven't figured that out yet. And you figure, put my first video up in like end of January, I think, or beginning of February. And I really don't like using Mrs. Coffee's phrases, because those are hers. But I am right now trying to get my life in order. And that's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen until next week. And it probably won't even happen next week. I don't know when my life's going to get straight. But I'm a work in progress myself. Everything that I put on my drafting table, on my light pad, on my hook is a work in progress. And I am a work in progress too. So the people that, like I said, have stuck with me through this, I appreciate you. And I hope that you'll continue. For the ones that have left, they're not hearing this, but I understand why they left, because like I said, I would too. I would too. I'm hoping to get these changes that I have in my head implemented. It's just things are crazy right now, and trying to set a schedule, for whip and chats. Well, whip and chats isn't quite as hard, but lives are difficult because, well, my husband's right behind, not now, he's at work right now, but when he is here, he's right behind me watching baseball or hockey or basketball. And I would have more strikes than a professional bowler gets if I did a live while he was here. Because I explained to the person that I spoke with yesterday, and like I said, my conversation that I had with that person yesterday, it's between me and that person. Nobody needs to know who I talked to, and nobody needs to know what I talked to him about. But that person, I informed, my husband has no filter at all. I don't want you to hear the things that he says. I don't want to hear them. I would be mortified if anybody heard my husband watching a baseball game or a basketball game or anything. Yeah. So I can't do that when he's home. And right now, his schedule, he goes in at 4:00 in the morning. I'm not being up at 4. I'm not going to wake up at 4:00 in the morning to do a video. Sorry, it's not going to happen. But he goes in at 4 and he gets off at 12:30. And that's this week. But there's rumor, we'll find out tomorrow if it's changing. Rumor has it is 1 week he'll do the 4 to 12, 12:30 shift. The next week he'll do the 12:30 to 11:30 shift. So it'll kind of go back to the way it was when I first started doing videos, where I won't be up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on my lives, but I will have the evening time where, and that's why Mrs. Coffee, I was always doing them so late, because that was the only time that he wasn't here yelling about a TV game or a sports game. But I'll be able to do evening lives. And if it happens to be when Mr. Coffee is working his shift, then you'll probably be awake doing some cricket stuff and might be able to jump in. But it's just hard. And then scheduling for things during the day, my son's got to take care of his schoolwork, and I've got to be present to make sure it gets done. And if and when I start babysitting again, I will have to be present there. I won't be able to record. So it's just trying to figure it all out right now. And I will get it figured out. And the support from y'all helps because, like I said, the ones that care are giving me suggestions. And they're giving me ideas, and they're reaching out to me. For the ones that aren't giving me any suggestions, I can't help if you don't like my videos because you didn't tell me nothing. It's like Shaq. I remember an episode of David Letterman. We used to watch David Letterman every night. We love David Letterman. My husband's from New York. But Shaquille O'Neal happened to be on an episode of David Letterman. And it was the first time he had been on. And David Letterman said, "Why is this the first time you've ever been on my show?" And Shaq said, "You didn't call." Simple answer. You didn't call. And David Letterman's like, "Well, you should have called." And he's like, no. Shaq's like, "You didn't call me. Basically, you did not invite me to your show. So I'm not going to be on your show. If you don't invite me, I'm not going to call you and ask you to be on my show." Well, that's kind of how I'm looking at my channel. If there's something that you want me to talk about, or want me to review, or want me to show, or whatever, I need you to let me know, because I don't know what you like or what you dislike. And of course, you're going to see things on my channel that you don't like. Not everybody likes the same diamond painting companies, but I'm not going to stick to just one diamond painting company, even though, yes, I am a TSA affiliate. I am. But that does not mean that I can't show other brands on my channel. And it doesn't mean that I won't. I love Diamond Art Club. I will never make that a secret. And I will never be ashamed of it. But you want something else, I need to know. And like I said, it may not happen immediately. I'll work on it, get it done as fast as I can. You want to talk to me about my pots? What is it about my pots? All right. Curiosity killed the cat at Diamond Artworks. Okay, I got to go back here and read. 1 second here. All right, you'll get it together one day, maybe not today, but one day you do what you got to do. Thank you, Mrs. Coffee. I appreciate that. You have been a big help to me due to in the beginning of my channel. And I know that you are there if I need you. You might not be able to answer all my questions, but what you can answer, I know you will. They're crazy. Things are crazy for everyone right now. Best coffee with circuit machines. Do you? Oh, what? All right. Why do you keep asking about that? Okay. All right. I love you guys talking about my pots. That kills me. That kills me. I now you got me intrigued on what you want to know about my pots. All right, gotta head out. You keep your head up. You'll be all right. I'm always around somewhere. Thank you very much, Mrs. Coffee. And I'm going to shoot you a message here in a little bit. I know that you have something to do, so don't feel pressed or expecting that I expect you to answer it right away. I know you will get my message when you get a chance and will respond when you get a chance. So just know that I'm going to send you a message. And yeah. But thanks for stopping in. It was great having you here. And I'll explain to you about my pots. Whatever you want to know, ask. But I too need to get off of here. I have already 3.5 hours. Are you kidding me? This is crazy, but love you too. And talk to you later, Mrs. Coffee. But for everybody else, I've given Brittany hopefully she's had enough of her Melissa fix because she's constantly asking when I'm going to go, if I'm going to go live again. She was worried I was going to give up on my channel and wasn't going to do anymore. Now I'm coming back, and it's just going to take a little bit of time. Just bear with me. I will, and I'm around, just like I said. If anybody messages me and I don't respond right away, please do not take it personal. I will get back to you. If you have any suggestions or anything that you want, send them. If you don't want to post them here for fear that there might be a negative response from somebody else, I think every one of you is on my messenger on Facebook. And if not, send me a message request. But I'm pretty sure I communicate with every one of you in one fashion or another, whether it's through Messenger or a Facebook post. And I know that Nana, I don't know. Nana, am I allowed to announce more than what I announced? Are we allowed to say? I think you know what I'm trying to ask. And I'm asking because she is an affiliate, so she knows kind of the ins and the outs. Love you too. Can you call me at 2 a.m.? Can I call you at 3 a.m., Tia? I announced that I am a TSA affiliate. I wanted to do a big shebang thing, but like I said, when you go back and you watch this, if you watch this whole thing, you probably won't. Like I said, I understand. But I did announce my affiliate status with TSA. I wanted to do it in a better way, but I figured everybody's on here. But I just don't know if we're allowed to announce everything or just that we are an affiliate. Are we allowed to announce who our team leader is, I guess? I forget what it's called, the abbreviations, but I'm back and had to run into the post office real quick. Now I'm driving yet again. I'm telling you, I have a package that needs to go to the post office, and I am not going to the post office. Okay, so I can announce who I am under now, because I know we were told by our people not to, I just want to make sure it's safe to do that now so I don't get into any trouble. Yes. TTA. Nana is my TTA. So yes, I am on Nana of 7 Crafts team. I am one of her 6 members or team members. So I just was waiting for the okay from her. And there's been we have a group chat that we've got going on with our team, and I haven't been able to be a part of it, a lot of it lately because of the babysitting thing and then my doctor's appointments and all that stuff. But yeah, so Nana is she's kind of like my den mother of TSA right now. Yeah, I have a package that I need to send to a subscriber. And I just am not wanting to go because we have to stand out here. We're only allowed 4 people. Well, at UPS, I never want to go to the post office because our post office, it's a nightmare. Tia, I don't know, but if you know, but our main post office, Tia, is on Jones. Excuse me, can opening. It's Jones between Flamingo and Sahara. No, between Flamingo and DI. It's a huge post office, and it's always, always, always packed. I don't know what they're limiting people right now, but I know at UPS, they're only allowing 4 people in at a time. And every time I drive past UPS, there's like 6 or 8 people standing outside. No. I'm not. I can't. Because for the people that didn't hear about this, this is what it was here on Monday. Where's it at? My screen is dirty, so if you see my dirty screen on my phone, I apologize. Let me see here. Can you see that? Or is it? It was 117 degrees on Monday. In my car. It's registered at 3:18 p.m. Monday afternoon, my car registered 117 degrees. I am not about to stand outside in 117 degree heat to mail a package to somebody. I'm sorry. Not doing it. And it's not that much cooler today because today's high is going to be 113 and it's 103 right now and feels like 109. No, not about that life. Forget it. The person that I owe the package to, they've had to wait a while because it's summer and it's hot and I don't know. I apologize to them, but I am not going to do that. Brittany, as much as I love you, nope, wouldn't do it. I know you wouldn't ask me to, but I wouldn't do it even if you did. No, I even told my granddaughter she's going to have to wait. I'll send her present. She earned a present for the summer. I was like, Gigi loves you, but Gigi's got to wait till it cools off, and you just have to understand and be patient. And she understood and patient. You're sending me mine this weekend? You're sending me what this weekend, Brittany? I'm confused. If they sent me Reese's, they would melt, right? Yeah, you'd have to put them in dry ice, Jeremy. You'd have to pack them in dry ice. That's funny. God, I hope nobody sends me any of that now after I said, which I said, when I asked this, I was joking anyway. I was not serious. But God forbid if somebody does send, no, that's right. The only person that has my address is Brittany. And then Brittany, she's a little sneak and she's going to give it to Jeremy. And I can just see that I opened a can of worms that I shouldn't have opened because I opened my mouth. And I was opening my mouth in explanation of why I don't do things. I forgot that there was somebody actually who had my address in this room. I completely forgot about that. Because yes, there is only one person that knows where I'm at. Even Tia We live in the same area, but she doesn't have my address, and I don't have hers. I just know that when we've talked about when we decide we were going to finally meet up, we're going to meet in a parking lot, and I'm going to throw her diamond painting in her car, and she's going to throw my sparklers in mine. So we social distance. Or we're just going to say the hell with it. We're going to get that 12 pack of Corona and put our masks on and sit and drink Corona together and diamond paint. Oh, the 2 Dreamer designs. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Now I understand. I was confused for a moment. I was just a bit confused. All right. So, Jeremy, are you on your way to work? Lunchtime? Or are you off today? COVID baby. We're going to find this parking lot, play with these masks and parking lot. Oh, God. Right, Tia? Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah, when I need a good laugh, Tia had me in stitches the other night. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I was dying. Sometimes I hang up from Tia and I'm laughing so hard my stomach hurts and my muscles here from laughing hurt. Man, she has me on the floor. She has got me on the floor. I don't remember what we were talking about the one night, but oh my Lord, I was crying. Anyhow, Jeremy, question before I get off of here. You're on your way back to work. So you were on your, that wasn't your lunch break. You were just doing work related post office stuff. All right. So Jeremy, question. I can't remember because I have so many YouTube videos that I have to catch up on, but I can't remember. Are you posting your wood burning stuff on your Etsy, or are you just doing your wood burning for your patrons? I couldn't remember what you said. And that's another thing. I will not set up a Patreon account because until I get my life and schedule straight, I don't want to have patrons because I won't be able to meet my obligations to them on on posting videos or doing, a live or something. So I don't want to leave. If anybody were to sign up for Patreon, I don't want to leave them hanging like that. So maybe once I get my life in order, then I may consider a Patreon account, excuse me. But as of right now, there's been some people that asked if I was going to set one up, and I was like, yeah, no, not if I can't, I don't want to be that person saying I'll do something and then not do it. So I won't do that yet. What did you order of? You ordered 3 of them. Oh, yeah, I seen those Dreamer Designs ones the other day where you just pay shipping. But the only one that I really cared for was the flag.
The scab came off of this. It fell off. And what do I do with this?
See, that didn't just fall off.
It did.
No, it didn't. Get one of the peroxide pad thingy, just one of the round things with peroxide. That's the only thing that you can do. And let it completely dry. Put a little Neo on it and put a Band-Aid on it and leave the Band-Aid there. Oh, my son with Band-Aids is like kids with gum. They chew the gum for 3 seconds, and as soon as the flavor comes out, they spit the gum out. And he puts a Band-Aid on. As soon as it stops bleeding, he takes the Band-Aid off. Well, even if I can't afford to buy any right now either, but even if I could, they're out of everything. Dreamer Designs has a worse stock than Diamond Art Club does, or TSA, like I said, TSA, I know that they order those or place the orders as they process them. They produce them as they're ordered. Couldn't talk. Yeah, there is 2 Dreamer designs that have been on my wish list and my want list forever. And I'm going to take them off because, like I said, if they come back in stock, I won't be able to get them when they do, because I will have spent the money on something else, which is exactly what happened last night with those everlasting tips. I had this set aside for one thing, and I was like, you know what? I want these everlasting tips, especially after breaking my multi-placer and then the pen. So I was like, you know what? I closed my eyes and pressed it, and what I seen didn't hurt me, I guess. But like I said, I do need to get off of here. Husband gets off work in 20 minutes, and I have done nothing. My husband gets to see what I look like. Well, he knows what I look like when I get out of bed. He's just not quite used to seeing me look like this when he comes home from work. And I've been wearing my glasses a lot lately, if you haven't noticed, because now I've got these like permanent indents on my nose. Thing is I can't see without the darn things. And I tried to get an eye doctor's appointment to get new glasses. I can't get in until September 2nd. I need to see to read. There's everlasting tips on Amazon. I didn't even know that they had them. Holy smokes. All right, but again, I'm going to get off here, and this time I actually am. I thank you all for coming in and for listening to me rant and rave and carry on, have my mental health day. I actually do feel better than I did. It's not gonna, I know I'm not gonna be better overnight. One conversation of spilling and ranting and raving isn't going to isn't gonna fix me, but I'm not broken. I'm not broken. I'm just a little weakened right now. That's all. I'm not damaged. I'm not broken. I'm just a little weak. I need to build up a little. It's like my immune system. I got to build up my immune system. Well, I just need to build up my emotions. So I'm usually pretty good at. I've got pretty thick skin, and I've got a strong spine, even though the spine's only strong now because I got me some titanium in the bottom, and I got me some titanium up top. Yeah, my spacers for my surgeries. Yeah, I'm trying to make a joke, and I'm not funny. I'll be all right, guys. For the people that are worrying, I'll be okay. Don't worry. If I don't respond right away, I will. But thank you all for coming in, hanging out with me, and I will see. Jeremy, are you going live Saturday, or are you hunting? He may have already left. I may have to find out in another way. I wasn't sure if he was going hunting this weekend or if he'll be going live. Nana, you're live tonight, right? You and Drea, you got like a 6-hour slot tonight. Is Thursday? Or it was Tuesday, wasn't it? I missed it because of everything that was going on, so I have to go and watch it on replay. Shoot. I'm so confused. I got to write everybody's schedule down. I appreciate that. Yep. Most likely hunting. I know you love your hunting, but I haven't been able to make one of your lives in a while because I've had to get up so early in the morning to babysit on a Sunday morning. But hunting lasts only so long, so I can wait. But I do miss your lives. Yeah, now that I'm not babysitting, I want to watch as many as I can. Because even once I start babysitting, I'll probably be Monday through Friday thing, hopefully. Cross the fingers. So, but I will watch for your next post of when you'll be live. And oh, okay. Drea went live, but you didn't. Okay. Who? Oh, you mean for Jeremy out and about this weekend. All right. And Brittany, I know Amazon has my 4-placers that I buy from Star Wars. I know, but I said buying that everlasting tip last night till I know when I'm gonna start babysitting. I'm on a no buy. So, but we'll talk later. So again, thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate your patience and your support with me. And the next time I feel like a video or I'm able to do a video, hopefully it will be a fun video. Till then, stay safe and take care. Bye, guys. My mouse doesn't want to work. Say bye, Steve.
Bye.
Why won't my mouse work, Steve? There it is. Okay. I'm out. See you guys later. Take care.